Hello, good morning, and happy first Saturday in January. No, it's not. I'm very confused. Good morning, happy second Saturday in January. Today, we're going to talk about our travel plans, our travel dreams and plans for 2023. You know that I love travel for Black women. I love when Black women take an extended amount of time, in particular, out of the United States and get to travel and see parts of the world where they are treated better, or at least not mistreated. See parts of the world where you get to just be, go to parts of the world where you can just be and explore and not have American whiteness following you around. So I love that for us. I love that about us. And today I hope that we will talk about our travel plans for the year. I'm wearing a microphone today, so let me know if I sound okay or if I should just unplug the microphone. If it sounds weird, let me know. I almost never wear it, and I still didn't pin it on myself right. I almost never wear it, but I'm in a hotel, and of course, there's construction. I'm in a hotel with a nice little balcony, but right outside the balcony, there's construction. And Saturday is not a day off in Latin America. Here in Costa Rica, Saturday is not a day off from construction. So let me know. Okay, so how's everyone? Thank you. Thank you kindly. Just threw a little olive oil in it. Yes, I'm in a hotel. Yes, I have a full bottle of olive oil with me in the hotel. me and my hair stay moisturized. Yes, I do have a full bottle of Bertolli with me. When I leave here, I'm getting on a plane, so Bertolli cannot go with me, so I'm gonna leave the bottle here. I know housekeepers are always like, what is this child doing? What was she doing? The randomness. I have a full bottle of vanilla extract. I have a full bottle of olive oil, extra virgin, that I'm gonna leave here, almost full. Okay. Oh, lots of compliments. Thank you. Hi, David. Thank you. Yeah, like this hotel room is pretty nice. I'm not a fan of the black and white aesthetic. I'm at a Hilton. I'm not a fan of the black and white hotel room, but I think it looks good, and they do have a good amount of light in here. I'll show you. Well, that's my straw. There is a good amount of light in here. All right, okay, but I'm acting brand new. Here it is, a new year, got me acting brand new. I'm not even saying good morning to y'all. I'm just talking about my own self. Good morning, Amita. Good morning, Amelia. Good morning, Creative Peace Life. Good morning, Margaret. Good morning, Reba, who is Right Equity. Good morning, Elaine. Good morning, Diamond. Good morning, Frankie, who is the Joy Route. Good morning, So Sweet, Deborah Allen. Hi, guys. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Aisha. So how's the year treating you so far? Good morning, Spirit Journey. Good morning, Marcia or Marcia. I'm going to say both because I have both in my family. Good morning, ASMR with Dar. Good morning, Vanessa Ruiz. Good morning, Janella. Good morning, April in Paradise. Good morning, Tamika. Good morning, Professor LCH. Good morning, Eleanor. All right, so hold on. I'm wearing a mic and I got a cough. This is going to be bad. Hold on. Excuse me. Pardon me. So what we're going to talk about is your travel plans for the year, my travel plans for the year, our travel plans for the year. I kind of have my travel plans for 2023 divided up into work travel, relaxation travel, and get this expensive trip out of the way before you get kids travel. So I don't have the right notebook. I'm gonna have to take my notebook out from under my stand. Okay, so I'm just gonna be a little lower. I have 3 types of travel going on or planned for the year. So do you guys divide your travel stuff up? I do because there is work that I do there's travel that I do for work that is not all relaxing. It's fun, but it doesn't count, right, as a vacation. It's not a vacation. So I need to make sure, and if you travel for work, I hope you make sure that you also have some travel that is vacation, right, not obligatory. So I have divided my travel up into those 3 categories for the year. And so I've planned my travel based on those categories, right? So we'll talk a little bit about that and what that means. Thanks, guys. All right, lots of lots of lots of hair compliments. Thanks, guys. I feel really good. Y'all know I've been looking good since I got here. I've been looking good since I got to Costa Rica. All right. I don't think there's any surprise that I really loved it here. I really enjoyed it here. I really, or am still. I leave on the 10th. I found a place where I feel comfortable, where I feel rested, where I feel relaxed, where I feel welcome, where I feel at peace, where I feel safe. And that's what I want for us. That's why this YouTube channel exists. I want that for you. I want that for me. I have found a place, not the only place. I'm not saying Costa Rica is the only place that Black women can go and look like this. I'm not saying that. I found a place that I really love and enjoy, and that has really been good to me so far. It's been almost 3 months. Can you believe that? Time. I don't understand time. I don't understand time. But time is doing whatever time does. Almost 3 months here, and I'm feeling good, and I'm looking good. And that's because I've intentionally looked for a place where I could feel this way, right? Where I could feel relaxed and rested and glowy, where I could feel welcome and not harassed and harassy, where I could feel peaceful, where I could feel beauty, experience beauty and feel beautiful, feel full of beauty. That was on purpose, right? Like Costa Rica's been on my list on purpose. I had been to Costa Rica in maybe 2009, 2006. I don't know. Sometime in the 2000s, I came to Costa Rica with a friend of mine, and we just did a little vacation, probably 5 or 6 days, maybe 7 or 8 days. We went to 2 different beach locations. And I just remember being like happy to be here. People were nice, even in the tourist destinations, in the tourist locations, people were nice, and they seemed pretty chill. And this seemed like a country where I wasn't going to fall into a hustle and grind trap. Some parts of Europe are very chill, and some parts of Europe are very go, go, go. And so I thought that I'd like to come back here. And then I saw some YouTube videos about, but when you travel to a place on vacation, you don't really know what it costs. You don't know what it costs to live there. Some expensive vacation destinations are pretty inexpensive to live in, and vice versa. So then I just watched some YouTube videos. At the time, the global Black girl, who is Marina, who we've interviewed, who we've talked to on this channel, at the time she lived here in San Jose, and some other people, traveling with Kristen, the white woman. I just watched their videos to see, what does their life look like and what does it cost them? That was important to me. And then I got myself here. I did some other research and looked at some other things that were important to me, like being a 6-hour or less direct flight from JFK or Baltimore or Dulles airports, right? Or Newark. There's a handful of airports, like not being sweltering hot or freezing cold. I like some good springtime weather, and that is San Jose. That's not the rest of Costa Rica, but the Central Valley is that. So I found a place that I think works for me. And then, I'm on a journey to adopt a kid or some kids. And Costa Rica is a place where a single woman, black doesn't really factor into it, I don't think, but where a single woman can adopt children. So I found a place that agrees with me, and I think that you can see it. I think that you can see that on my face. I'm not trying to force myself into a country or city that doesn't fit me. And I think that some of that is what you see. I don't think I look the best I've ever looked today. I don't wear black very often because I don't think it does anything for my skin. I don't think black, gray, white, cream, they don't do anything for my skin. That's why I wear so many oranges and pinks and purples. And jewel tones also, pastels, jewel tones. I don't wear a whole lot of black. And my eyes, I don't know. I feel a little allergy-ish, which is why I'm coughing and stuff. But I think what you're seeing is how Costa Rica agrees with me. I'm reading Susie Wong's video, hoping to travel solo to Cuba and Portugal, planned for my 60th. Wow. In June. Good. Perfect. I love Portugal. I've never been to Cuba, but I love Portugal. Cuba's not the easiest place, and I like to go to easy places. So I've not been to Cuba because it takes a little extra work, a little extra effort, for Americans at least. So I go to the easy places. All right. Okay, so I asked you to drop where you're traveling. Let's look at where you're going and we'll talk about where I'm going. Let's see. There's a lot of scrolling that I have to do. Maria's got a runaway list this year. Okay, a list of places to run away to. I like it. I like it. We were supposed to do a video about running away from home, about the serious feeling that some black women have that, you know, like I'm ready to run away from home. But nobody wanted to do the video with me, I don't think. If you emailed me, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Email it again. I'm doing better with my email this year. I'm doing better with my email this year. Dara says I'm going to start a small business this year, I think. All right, so let's talk about the travel and the pleasure and the leisure time and where we're going. Aisha's got some, another category, partner travel. So Aisha's categories are kid travel, partner travel, relaxing travel. Important, okay? I'm gonna assume relaxing travel means solo travel. I'm gonna assume, right? You've got travel with kid, travel with partner, but also some solo. That's how I'm interpreting relaxing. It's probably possible to do some relaxing travel with kid and partner, but I don't know that. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Teresa says, I'm not at the level of planning my travel for the year. I can't wait to get to that level. Okay. All right. I mean, as a person who house sits, as a person who travels for house sit, I don't think that means money. I think that means just dividing your time up, having enough time to do enough travel, to have 3 categories, right? It's a matter of time for me more than it's been a matter of money. All right. A divine artist. My travel plan includes a short artist residency in Paducah, Kentucky. Congratulations. Yes, artist residency. Just 2 weeks, but I'll get away to complete a project that has been sidelined for too long. I love it. Congratulations. This is awesome. I love artists. I love artists. And I love seeing artists taking time to make art. Because, you don't get it. You don't get enough time to make art. I love it. I love it. Congratulations on this. Is this coming up soon? And can we follow this? Are you on Instagram? I'm asking a whole bunch of questions that you did not come to answer. But if you want to answer them, if we can follow you on Instagram, are you the same handle on Instagram, A Divine Artist? And what kind of art? A lot of questions. A lot. Maybe I'll email you. Maybe I'll email me if you want to talk about this residency after it happens. I mean that, okay? VAYCARIOUS.com. Email me, Stephanie at Vaycarians.com. Email me if you want to, after you finish the residency, you want to talk on your channel about the artist residency, how it helped, did it help you, how it helped you, how you got it, to share with other artists. I love artists, and I love artists having time to make art. Speaking of which, on this YouTube channel, we're called the Vaycarians, okay? And the Vaycarians have a sabbatical fund, which is called the Vaycarian Sabbatical Fund. And we just finished raising $25,000 to send a Black woman artist on sabbatical. We just finished. Amazing. Amazing. I am so proud of us. So thank you, friends. I'm so proud of us. I'm so excited about it. So Myesha Francis is a visual artist. She's a painter from New Orleans, Louisiana. She has taken some time away from her job as a teacher to go to Rwanda to study, to learn, to make art, to teach art. And we're about to send her some dough. We're about to bless her with some money so that she can continue that time in Rwanda or wherever she wants to go with the money. I am so excited about it. I'm so proud of it. I don't know. I'm going to bust. Okay. I feel like I'm just going to bust. Over a year ago, we decided we were going to do it. And we put some money into it in the very beginning. And then I kind of let it fall to the back burner. Because, priorities, work changes, you have different things. You have to work on the virtual summit. I got to work on the book. I can't focus on too many things at one time. But we still finished it out strong the end of this year. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Oh, that's so amazing. It's extraordinary. I agree. And it's the first of many. It's the first of many. Okay. If you're here and you're like, oh, I didn't know about this, how can I contribute? I'm so glad you asked. Okay. We have a sabbatical fund called the Vaycarians Sabbatical Fund. And there are 4 ways right now that you can contribute to that sabbatical fund. I'm going to drop one link that's going to explain to you the 4 ways. It's the email. I'm actually going to drop to you the link to read the email that I sent out the other day, because that's the easiest way to do it. And if you're watching the replay, hi friends from the future. Hello, hope things are great in the future. This link should still work. If not, there'll be another link in the description to explain to you how you can contribute to the Vaycarians Sabbatical Fund. I didn't introduce myself. Hi, I'm Stephanie Perry. I'm a house sitter. I'm the creator of House Sitter School and the co-founder of Exodus Summit. And I help Black women take a sabbatical, move abroad, bop around as a digital nomad. If that sounds good to you, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on notifications. Ring that notification bell so that you will be notified when I post a new video or when I go live with my friends. Welcome. Welcome. Okay. All right. Teresa finally joined the Patreon last week. Good. Okay. So Patreon is one of the 4 ways that you can contribute to the sabbatical fund. Joining my Patreon community means that every month you have some money that's going into that fund, so that once we drop this money off in Myesha's account, we can decide on who's next. The Patreon community is the group of women who will get together to decide who's next. Are we going to stick with an artist or creator? If so, are we going to just contribute to one of the artists that we already have on our list of finalists from last time? Are we going to reopen, look for some new people? Are we going to go in a different direction? But I love artists. I love being able to give a woman artist time, a Black woman artist time to make art. I love it. As a person who has some creative tendencies, I love it, because we just don't get it in real life, right? We just don't get it. So I love that about us. I love that when I said, well, so y'all had already been giving money. This sabbatical fund happened because every time I had a guest on the channel, you would give her money, right? Or just give me money regularly. Just give me money in Super Chat. And I was like, well, how can we mobilize this in a more forceful way? So we gave some good money. We gave hundreds of dollars to several women before we even started the sabbatical fund. In 2021, we gave hundreds of dollars. Several women got hundreds of dollars and thanked us. But because I don't open my email in a timely manner, because 2021 and 2022, Stephanie did not open her email in a timely manner. I didn't always share the thanks with you. Maybe I'll make a special video about that and just share what they've shared with me. Okay. So we did some individual giving, right? And then we were like, how can we put this together and do something life-changing? I think $25,000 is a life-changing amount of money, especially for an artist who can go make some art and then sell some art and make some money. I think it's life-changing. So yeah, I love that. I love that we did that. And I love that we're going to continue to do that. It is what my mom calls it, stars in her crown. It's one of those things on my last day, this is one of the things that I'm going to look back on and be so proud of. So thank you. And it came from you, right? It was maybe like my idea, partially, but you did it. So thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I can't tell you. I can't tell you how excited, how proud, how happy I am. I'm not even like Myesha. I'm not even Myesha. I don't even know. Right? Myesha's out there. Yeah. So we got to get her on the channel sometime soon. She's in Rwanda, so we're going to get her on the channel sometime soon. We'll do that, and then we'll get we'll get some special time in the Patreon. I think maybe we'll do the Patreon community first, because most of this, more than half of this, came from the Patreon community. So we'll get her in 2 different places. We'll get some time with her in 2 different places. Yeah, to talk, to share. She's also an artist who teaches other artists how to make money. Myesha has a work of art, or at least a work of art, in one of the Smithsonian museums. And she teaches other artists how to do their thing. So on her YouTube channel, which is Creatively Yours Myesha. Creatively Yours Myesha. All right? Let me get myself together. We just talked about how cute I looked. I'm not going to be on YouTube crying. We just said how cute I looked. I had a little eyeliner. Y'all know, so I've spent the last year trying to learn how to put on eyeliner. And I had a little eyeliner disaster this morning, you can see. So I really cannot afford to be on here crying. I cannot afford it. I already had some eyeliner struggles, like just, I can't afford to be on here looking bad. All right, so, but we came to talk about travel, okay? We came to talk about travel. So as far as, yeah, so Cheryl says, thanks so much for your support of artists. It's challenging. It is challenging for artists. There's a notion, so, you know, I've read Real Artists Don't Starve by, whatever. I know his name because he's actually he coached me on my book, but right now it's not going to come to me. His name is not going to come to me. And he talked about how rich the artists were that we look back on and think that they were not rich. Picasso was a rich, rich man. At one point, he was painting a painting every day and selling them for 5 and 6 figures, right? I think at least. Michelangelo, right? These artists, they had the money. There was a focus on art, and there was a focus on paying artists, and there was a real business engine behind these artists that we think of as starving artists. It's false, it's a myth, it's capitalism, it's all of that, right? It's just a way to keep people down because art is transformative. Art transforms people's lives and capitalism is anti-transformation, right? So the myth of the starving artist is dead. It's dying anyway, and I'm glad that we can contribute to that. Yeah, we're not doing that, right? So it's not cute. I don't cry cute. I'm a Cancer. When I cry, I go in. I can't. I go in. Oh, we crying? Okay. I will take the day. I'm emotional. I will take the day. Are we going in? Okay, let me know. I will go. We will cry all day. Okay, we will cry all day. So I don't want to distract us from what we came to talk about, which was our travel plans. Okay, but I love this is what we're here for. I love it. I like really seriously. Even my tears are not enough to express to you what I feel. Not even that I can't express to you. I don't have the ability as a human person to express to you how I feel about what we just did. So thank you. All I can do is say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, right? Thank you. And we're going to keep it going. It feels so good that we're going to keep it going. So I'm using concealer I use a concealer as my eyeshadow primer. You know, so I have these hooded eyelids that I can't wait to get rid of. All I want to do is go to Poland and have eyelid surgery. I need to put a category for surgery on my travel list. Let's put some, what did we call it? What is it called? Tourism, medical tourism. I'm going to put a medical tourism category. I don't have any medical tourism planned for 2023, but maybe I should. That's my 4th travel category. Somebody just gave me a thumbs down on Ecamm Live. You can still see the thumbs up and thumbs down in real time, even though you can't. They've taken it away from YouTube, but somehow Ecamm I can still see it. So I use concealer, and then I use a shadow as my primer. Do I need to buy a real primer? So there's a woman named Deepak Smitha Deepak, maybe Smitha Deepak on YouTube, who has hooded eyes, and she does such an amazing job with her lids. She's a makeup artist. I'm not on her level, but she's been one of my YouTube teachers. She's been one of the people who has taught me as much as I do know today. I've learned from her. She didn't teach me this mess that I made today with my eyeliner, but that's a whole different story. I don't want to blame her, okay? That was all me. But, so if I need, so I need to buy an actual shadow primer. I've been using just a concealer, and then I put a shadow on top of the concealer and kind of make that my primer, quote unquote primer. Okay. Okay, good morning, Kim. Good morning, good morning. Okay. All right, so we've jumped all over, and I've given you instructions to answer, and then I've just totally ignored your answers. Okay, I did have a good full moon. Right here on this corner of this desk, I have my little full moon ritual leftovers. I put some crystals out. I don't know what I'm doing, but listen, I want all the moon power. Okay, Cancers are, the moon is our god, the moon is our man, right? The moon is our dude. And full moon, this was the Cancer full moon at yesterday at I think 5 or 6 p.m. my time was my full, it was my day. I'm like, let me get my superpowers together. Let me get my superpowers, all right? Let me get in the water. But got my crystals out, and the moon, when I put them out, the moon was right there. I was like, yep, let me get them charged up. Let me get these bad boys charged up for the month, right? I think I did. I did some affirmations I wrote down. So, you know, this month coming up, I'm doing 2 separate work meetings. I'm meeting with 2 different people who I work with to do some planning for the year. So I'll tell you what my affirmation is. The processes we create build a 7-figure business. So I just wrote that as my affirmation. This was part of my full moon ritual. Do I know what I'm doing? No. Okay. I'm a Baptist. I don't know. But that's what I did. I wrote the vision. I would love my 2 separate businesses. I would love for the Exodus Summit, and I would love for my Stephanie Perry media business. I would love for us to be like, yes, we 7 figures this year. Yes, it's a stretch for both of us, okay? And I don't mean that we build a 7-figure business in 2 weeks, okay? But I would love for them to be 7-figure businesses. I would love it. I want a yacht. So that's what I did for the full moon. Hi, friends. That's what I did. Okay? I've asked you questions. I've ignored your questions. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. Let me get to the questions. The questions were, what? Let me block Katrina for a little bit. Let me block Katrina. Katrina, we're doing some medical tourism. Who started her channel? If you're here, tell us the name of your YouTube channel. Was it Nicole? Who started her medical tourism YouTube channel after all of the begging that we had to do? Was it Nicole? Nurse Nicole. I think so. If you're here, tell us the name of your channel. Seriously. I done added medical tourism to my to my travel types. Probably not 2023, but maybe 2024. Jewel Pearson just went to Colombia and got some new teeth. Okay, Jewel, who is Ms. Bohemian Soul. I don't know if she's done a YouTube video, but she has talked about it on Instagram, right? If you want some stuff done, the US is probably not where you're going to get it done. If you want it done at a reasonable price, right? So Jewel just got new teeth. I want some new eyebrows. I want some new eyelids. Yes, Poland. Auntie Lou, I can't believe we haven't talked about this. Yes. So the same surgery that Asian people get to westernize, to whitenize, right, Europeanize the look of their eyes, is the same surgery that people get when they're aging and their eyelids just get super hooded and cover over, right? So I have very hooded eyelids, and it just covers over, and my eyeshadow doesn't look as cute. And so, for vanity purposes, I would like to have some of this taken off. I'd like some eyelid parts taken off. I'd like some eyelid parts removed. So it's not on my list for 2023. Whatever. Yes, right? Smitha Deepak is my homegirl. When y'all compliment me, it's what she taught me, right? Now, on a day like today, this is not what she taught me. I can't even stop getting the moisture. I can't even stop. I've still got tears coming out, right? But this is not what she taught me. But those days when y'all like, girl, you look good. Smitha Deepak, right? She's Asian, maybe Indian or Pakistani or something. Her videos are awesome. I'd be like, girl, right? Anyway, if you have hooded eyes, do that. Okay, she's your girl. All right. Yes, everything right. Listen, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Let me live. Let me live. My type of eyes, right, are just a type of eyes. I'm aware, right? I'm aware that this is just what some people's eyelids look like. If you have these eyelids, I'm not telling you you need to get some surgery. I'm just saying that's my thing. Everybody's got a thing. That's my thing. Okay? That's my thing. The moon is my lady. I said the moon is my man. The moon is my lady. Okay. Thank you. Hi, Marty by nature. It's trucking. Thank you. Right? That's the moon is our girl, right? She's on our side. She's on our side. Yeah, I got them. I charged them up. I'm like, let me put them out here. Let me do some affirmations. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of holding the vision, okay, we should all have a vision for our lives. Adelia's vision board party, I believe, is today, this afternoon. So if you have signed up for Adelia, for Picky Girl Travels the World, if you signed up for her vision board party, good. Today's the day. Make sure you have it on your calendar. We're not going to do a vision board party. If you didn't get into her vision board party, just look on my channel for my vision board party from last year. I also cried there. I remember. I also cried in that vision board party, but it was still a party, okay? But take some time and create a plan, a vision. A vision is about, no, not a plan. Take some time and create a vision for yourself. I know that there are some people out who are like, no, I don't do vision boards. No, I don't do New Year's resolutions. No, I don't do this. I don't do that. They're just talking about the word, the term. It's semantics. Those people still have a plan for their lives. And they take some time and dream. They take some time and get clarity. Even the I don't do vision boards people, or the I don't do New Year's resolutions. People feel really superior by saying, I don't make New Year's resolutions. You still take time and plan and come up with a clear dream for yourself. If you don't, how sad. You do. You do. I know you do. I've coached enough women to know. I've coached enough women to know you still take some time and come up with a vision, a plan for yourself, for your life. Get some clarity. If you don't, how sad, right? If you don't, the message is, I have no control. I have no agency over my life, so why try? I don't think that's the message you mean to put out in the world. So call it what you want. If you don't like the term vision board, I don't care. Call it what you want. I don't care. I don't care. But take some time and get some clarity and make it visual. We're visual animals. Humans are visual animals. Put it in a place where you can see it. Your eyes are part of your brain. Dr. Andrew Huberman, who is an actual neurologist, has a YouTube channel. His videos are so long. Oh, Lord have mercy, they're so long. It's amazing when I make it through. But what I learned from him, a lot of times I don't make it through. What I learned from him is your eyes are a part of your brain, right? The fastest, the most efficient way to get information into your brain is through your eyes. It's the fastest, it's the best way. So make a plan, create a vision for yourself, make it visual. I don't care if you call it a vision board. I don't care what you call it, but make a plan for, create a dream, a goal, get some clarity for yourself, and then have a visual representation of that thing. I think we need it, okay? I think we need it. So I know there's videos, I don't like vision boards don't work, and here's why. Vision board, right? I don't care what you call it. They still do something. They do something, right? No one was exceptional. They're not an exception to everybody does something. Everybody who wants to make some progress in their life, everyone who wants to see some growth in themselves year over year, they do something. They do it. Just because you don't call it a vision board doesn't mean you don't sit down and come up with a plan and make it visual. That's all a vision board is. A dream, a plan, a goal in visual form. Okay? That's all it is, right? There's no need to be so obstinate about the vision board thing. I think some people just think, oh, it's like magical wishing. It's not wishing. It's clarity in vision form, visual form. So do that, and I hope one of the things, okay, and if you haven't done that, do it. Adelia's session is at 7 p.m. If you're not registered, I'm pretty sure it's full. I know it's full unless they've reopened. It's full. If you can't go to her session, watch my videos. I did one in 2021 and I did one in 2022. I think I actually did two in 2020. one or something. Watch my 2022 vision board video and make yours along with me. It's a replay, right? You could just make your vision board along with me. And then the end of this month, we'll get together and put those things on our calendars, right? The things that we said we want, we'll make some plans and put some plans on our calendars, you know, so that this time next year, we can look back and be like, I did that. I did that. Yeah, it is sold out. So don't forget, if you're registered, go, okay? Because somebody who wanted to go is not able to go because it's sold out. So it is, Adelia's vision board session with Ivana is sold out, but you can watch a replay. Charisma Cares is also doing a vision board video, I believe, this weekend. I don't remember the exact date. I saw the reminder pop up on my YouTube. You know, I have notifications turned on for her channel. I saw the notification for that. And so someone's doing one, okay? Someone's doing one. If not, watch a replay of mine. Okay? If not, I'm still scrolling through the comments. Annabella. I'm still scrolling through the comments. Okay, yes, Adelia's is at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Yes, so friends, if you registered, go, because some people who wanted to go can't go because it's sold out. Okay? So we make a vision, we make a plan for our lives. We take some time and get a little clarity, and we make a plan. Leave me alone, cat. Cat, I don't know what you're saying. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. All right. Andrew Huberman. I'm not 100% sure. Huberman, Dr. Andrew Huberman. He's a neurologist or neuroscience, some sort of doctor in the brain, some sort of brain doctor. And he told me on YouTube that your eyes are a part of your brain. And if you need to get information into your brain, put it in through the eyes, right? You can also do it through the ears, right? And your body takes in information a lot of different ways. But eyes, direct. Eyes are a part of your brain. Yeah, that's why we talk about the vision, right? We don't call it a something. We call it a vision. We call it the vision for ourselves. Eyes are a part of your brain, okay? So part of my vision for myself is these 3 different types of travel: work travel, relaxing travel, and pre-kid travel. The work travel includes some of you. The Exodus Summit Squad is meeting up in Marrakesh, Morocco, April 20th through 24th. I'll be there at least through the 30th, I think. But we're meeting up April 20th through 24th. So that's going to be awesome. Y'all see this. Charisma's vision board party is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Her YouTube channel is Charisma Cares. Thank you, Shauna. Hi, Shauna. Hi, Shauna. This is Shauna who's house sitting. Hi. Work travel. Work travel includes some of you, okay? So I'm going to do a little bit of bopping. If you are interested at all in where I'm going to be, take some notes, okay? If you're interested in where I'm going to be and meeting up with me in one of those cities, okay? I'm about to tell you right now. January 10th through January 12th, I will be in Querétaro, Mexico, and we're meeting up at Dr. Angela B. Martin's house, the Reverend Dr. Angela B. Martin's house in Querétaro, Mexico, Thursday, January 12th at 5 p.m. Querétaro time. I think that's Central Time. If you're not on the guest list, you need to holler at Angela in this chat right now, okay? Because to get in, first of all, you need her address. Excuse me. Excuse me. Second of all, she needs to give you the access to get into her place. You can't just show up because you don't know where to go. And you can, even if you did somehow know her address, you can't get in. Querétaro, Mexico, Thursday, January 12th, meeting up at 5 p.m. January 13th through 22nd, I will be in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. January 13th through 22nd, I'll be in San Miguel. January 23rd through February 3rd, I will be in San Juan, Puerto Rico. This is a change. February 3rd is a new leave date. I was originally going to leave San Juan the week before, but I'm staying in San Juan, Puerto Rico an extra week. So if you're in Puerto Rico or you're going to be there, because January is a popular time to go to the Caribbean, I heard, according to these prices. So if you're going to be in San Juan, Puerto Rico, I'll be there January 23rd through February 3rd. We can hang out, okay? We can have a little dinner, a little breakfast, a little lunch, something, okay? Holler at me. I'll be there. Then I'm coming back to San Jose, Costa Rica, February 4 through April. I'm going to go April 1st, okay? I'll probably leave here April 1st, like the end of March, early April, okay? So if you're going to be in the San Jose, Costa Rica area, February or March, holler, okay? If you want to plan a meetup for some women in San Jose, Costa Rica in February or March, do it, okay? Do it. All right? Then after that, I'll be heading home for a week or two before the Exodus Summit meetup, a week or two or three before the Exodus Summit meetup to Dover, Delaware, so that I can get some clothes. I'm tired of these same clothes. I've been wearing the same clothes since since August. I need a re-up, right? Go home, get some clothes. And I bought myself suitcases. I bought myself luggage for Christmas. And my luggage is at my mom and dad's house. So I got to go get my luggage, fill my luggage with some clothes, and then head to Morocco. Our layover is probably going to be through London, but we don't have our tickets yet. Our layover to Morocco is probably going to be London. And I don't mean layover, I mean a stopover. We're talking 3, 4, 5 days in London. All right. If you're in the UK crowd, someone wants to plan a place for us to sit down and have a meal. Between April, I'm going to go with 17th through 20th. If someone in the UK wants to plan a place for us to sit and have a meal, April 17th between 17th, 18th, and 19th, I'll say. Do it and tell me where to be. Okay? My mom will probably be there. My dad might be there. My dad might be coming with us to Morocco and the UK. It might be happening. It might be happening. Another thing I'm super excited about, because my dad is difficult to get to agree to things. He does things. He goes places. He does things. But it's hard to get him to, he's disagreeable. He's disagreeable. He is disagreeable. So it's hard to get him to agree to things. But he may be there. London and Morocco. Okay, we'll be in Marrakesh for our meetup, and I think I'm staying until April 30th. And then May 2nd through May 2 through 7. I'm going to go with May 2 through 7. I'll be in San Diego. And then the biggie, I think this is going to be super fun. May 8th through 22, I will be in Joshua Tree, and I would love a Joshua Tree meetup. And I think Dr. Kimani Norrington Sams is the committee. I think Dr. Kimani is the meetup committee for Joshua Tree. I think we're going to do a Joshua Tree meetup, and I think that's going to be really fun because I think it's just going to be at my Airbnb with a little hot tub, right? In the Airbnb with a hot tub and some drinks. I think that's happening. Dr. Kimani is supposed to be planning it, but I don't think it's going to be anything special. It'll just be like bring something, bring a snack, bring some drinks, come hang out in my little hot tub. And that is it for the first half of the year, as far as I know. That was almost the first half. That's through the middle of May, or through May 22nd. That's where I'll be. And that's where hopefully you will be meeting up with me somewhere, okay? So Kathleen, if you want to dip into London during one of the days, April 17th, 18th, or 19th, tell me where to meet you. Like, seriously, it's that simple. I'm not planning anything, okay? I'm not planning anything. Some of you are pretty new because we had some good growth over the last few weeks. Some of you are pretty new. I'm not planning anything. Kathleen, you're not new. I've seen your name. I think maybe you have a name like Stephanie Perry. There are lots of Kathleen McCullochs, I would guess. Okay. But I'm not planning anything. Okay, I've told you my locations for the next 6 months. Okay, if you have something already planned or you want to plan something, email me, Stephanie@Vaycarians.com. The Joshua Tree meetup info will probably be in the Exodus Summit community. Okay, the info for that. Joshua Tree is Southern California. It's like, so there's like LA and San Diego. My understanding is Joshua Tree is to the east of LA and San Diego. I'm excited about being there because I want some time in the desert. I'm leaving, I'm going to the reason I'm going to San Diego is that I'm going for a conference. So that's why this counts as work under the work travel department. San Diego counts as work travel because I'm going for a conference for book publishers. The Independent Book Publisher Association has a conference in San Diego, in Coronado. I always frown when I say it. I don't know nothing about Coronado, but I'll be like, Coronado. They're doing a conference and I'm going there as a book publisher to be, right? I'm in the process of setting up my book publishing business. So I'm going there for that. Oh, it's closer to Arizona, so that means Arizona crowd. Some of y'all might want to drive over too. Yes, near Palm Springs. Yes. Arizona, Phoenix bunch. Y'all might want to head over as well. I'm going for that, and so I'm going to spend some extra time while I'm on the West Coast. I'm going to spend some extra time in Joshua Tree. And Katrina's coming. Katrina, who told me no to medical tourism, is going to be in Joshua Tree with me. And hopefully we can have some more of you. Hopefully Dr. Kimani will be there. Hopefully some more of you will ride through. She's going to be planning it. I'm not, so like, don't ask me when is it, what day. I don't know. I'm not planning it. I've told you. Okay. But if Kimani's not here today, we'll find out soon. Like we have time, right? The wonderful teacher, Coronado is beautiful. Every time I'm like, Coronado sounds like it's hard to get to, right? Like, why not just San Diego? If it's not called San Diego, how hard is it to get there? Coronado. I frown up about it every time. So that's my schedule. Okay. So the video was called Your Travel Plans, but I told you my travel plans. Now relax. That's my work travel. All of that is considered work travel because heading to the summit, meetup, that's work travel. Going to San Diego and Southern California, that's work travel. Joshua Tree is relax. Okay. So Joshua Tree is the first real relaxing travel I'm doing. Mexico is work travel. Puerto Rico is work travel. Joshua Tree is the first thing that I have on my calendar that is considered, in my book, relaxation travel, not work related. Even though we'll do a meetup there, I'm not going there for work purposes. I'm going there to relax, to do desert things. I'll be in Coronado. The publishing conference is May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I'll be there, I think, 2 through 7, because I like to take my time places. If I'm going to take my time to get there, I'm staying for a few extra days. So I believe DL, I'll be in Coronado the 2nd through the 7th. Yeah, okay. Y'all like it. I don't know. Like, why isn't it just called San Diego? If you give it a separate name, I think it's going to be harder to get to. Why don't they just call it San Diego West, right? You give it a second name, I'm thinking this is not going to be easy to get to. I'm going to have to take a ferry. I know I'm going to have to take, right? Do I have to take a ferry to get there? No, I don't want to go around. I don't want to go too far. I want to get someplace and park myself. So I'm not going to do Sedona. No time soon. No time soon. I've been to Sedona. Katrina and I went to Sedona. I'm not going to do Sedona anytime soon. Okay. Yeah. Put it on your calendar. Set an alert. Leisure and Lace says, I'll try to get a house sit in Joshua Tree around that time. That's right. Put it on your calendar. Set an alert. I would do a wider area that includes Palm Springs. You see some Palm Springs house sits sometimes. I would include a wider area. This is right after Coachella. I would guess some locals leave the area during Coachella. I would guess. And you may find a house sit that encompasses those dates. It might be possible. I would set an alert. I would do that. I've never, ever been able to land a house sit in that area because they go so quickly. So set an alert. Okay? All right. No slot. Hi, lovely locks. No spaces are open for our Morocco meetup. We do have a wait list. If you're in the Exodus Summit Facebook group, look for the post from Francis that's pinned about the wait list. We're starting to get cancellations, refunds. The refund time period ends February 21st. And we've already had some refunds. We've already had some people on the list, right? We're just going through the list. We've already had some people buy their tickets from the wait list. So there is a wait list. It is happening. That's it, right? So the way to get a ticket is to get yourself on the wait list. So join the Exodus Summit Facebook community, not the page. I linked to the Exodus Summit Facebook page in the other video, but I meant to link to the actual Facebook group. I'm going to give you that link right now. If you're not in the Facebook group, get into the Facebook group and look for the post on the wait list. Copy, paste. All right. Okay. So this is how you get in the Exodus Summit Facebook community, exodussummit.com/community or facebook.com/groups/Exodus Summit, right? And then you go there and you click on the link that says wait list. That's how you possibly get in. The wait list is sizable, but anything can happen, okay? All right, Lala says, I'll see you in San Diego. All right, you got to plan something. You got to tell me when and where. I'm not kidding. I don't plan things. I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm not kidding. Lee says, Joshua Tree is in San Bernardino, California, 2.5 hours from LA, 2.5 hours from San Diego. Yeah. So I think if you wanted to turn this into a piece of your relaxation travel, get yourself an Airbnb, just like I got an Airbnb. Get yourself an Airbnb in Joshua Tree. It looks like a relaxing, restful place. It looks like a place where you can relax. I like the desert. I like deserts because there's nothing happening. I like a place where there's nothing happening. That way people don't be like, what are you going to do? Like, you know I'm not going to do anything. Stop asking me. I'm not doing anything. I'm here to do nothing. I'm going to read something. I'm going to write something. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to get in the hot tub. I'm going to take another nap. Right. So maybe if you don't have any relaxation travel on your calendar, maybe turn that into some relaxation time. Also looks like a fun place to RV, but I didn't look into that. RVing takes some effort. Whereas staying in an Airbnb is just like, oh yeah, I got it. I booked it. But if you want to do a RV thing, do that. Nicole, hi Nicole. So you're Nicole who has the medical tourism channel. Am I right? From the challenge? Or am I getting two Nicoles mixed up? Are you the same Nicole from the challenge who did the medical tourism channel? And is it your same name or is it a different name? And if I have the wrong person, just tell me. I'm sorry. But I think you're the same Nicole. Yes, it's relatively, Southern California. It's expensive. This is not a, $80 a night Airbnb. But go in with some people. Or not. Don't do it. Or don't do it. Right? Do it or don't do it. Auntie Trey always has some sort of nature that we should be afraid of. I'm not gonna make my plans based on the nature. Okay? I'm not worried about no bugs. I'm not worried about no mountain lions. They don't want me. I am, I wouldn't bring a small dog to the desert. Right? I did a house sit in Florida and their entire backyard was like caged in because of the gators and hawks. They had 2 tiny dogs. And she was like, we got to make sure that the dogs don't get attacked by gators or hawks because they were the size that a hawk could swoop down and pick them up and go. Right? I am not that size. Ain't no mountain lion worried about me. Ain't no mountain lion checking for me. Probably not you either, right? They like small pets. I would be very cautious with a small pet. Other than that, you're probably good to go. All right. Tease time. This is a new thing. Is it common for them to ask for a deposit up front and the rest 2 weeks before arrival? This is a new thing. So some hosts are doing that now. Yes. Used to be you had to pay for the whole thing right away. And now some hosts are like, give me some now, give me some later. It doesn't seem to change based on their refund policy, right? Like some will be like no refunds after this date, but they'll still accept a deposit and then the payment later. Some are like, you can refund up to 3 days before, no problem, 100% refund, but you can still do the deposit and the payment. It seems to be a pretty new thing on the platform that hosts can choose. Yes. As long as you're paying through the Airbnb platform, you're pretty protected. As long as they're not making you pay somewhere else, right? You're pretty protected. Yeah, they're not worried about it. There's enough food for mountain lions. There are enough dogs. There are enough rabbits, whatever, desert rabbits. What are they called? Hares. There's enough rabbits out there. They're not worried about me. Nicole LaShawn, I just dropped a new video with tips for women over 40 to boost energy. We need energy to travel. Okay, so this is the same, and this is your channel. You're on your channel now, Nicole LaShawn. All right, so Nicole is a nurse. She's got medical tourism videos. She's got energy videos, travel videos, okay? So this is where I will be learning how to get my eyelid surgery done. I hope, Nicole, you bring someone on who has had a blepharectomy. Is that what it's called? Blepharectomy? Have someone on your channel so I can learn from them. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay. I've told you about my travel so we only relaxing travel I have planned right now is Joshua Tree. After Joshua Tree, I hope to do a little mini road trip or something, or maybe train trip or plane trip, talking to people in person about my book, which is called a book tour. I hope to do a book tour after May, like May, June, July, in the US and maybe some other places. I would love to do that. I don't have any of that set up. I don't want to. I don't want to plan it. So I don't know how that's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. I hope my crystals, come on, crystals, help me here. I hope my crystals work this out for me, because I don't want to plan a book tour, but I would love to take a book tour. So there's that. Hopefully the first few months of the book sales, right, will give me some money so I can pay someone to arrange a book tour. That's what I would love to do. May, June, July at least. June, July. I told you I cannot stop crying. It's not, I just cannot stop. My eyes are still leaking. And that was an hour ago. So that is the next thing I would love to do, but I don't have any of that planned. That would also go back to work travel. Okay, so I told you my categories were work, relaxation, pre-kid travel, and then medical tourism, which I'm not going to do this year. So the pre-kid travel, I have a couple of, we talked about this just last week, but I'm going to repeat it for the people who weren't here. I have a serious plan to move to Costa Rica to adopt a child or children over the next couple of years. It's going to take a couple of years. This is not a 6-week process, okay? Relax, get off my back, right? Leave me alone. It's going to take a couple of years. This is my plan. So I'd like to get some trips out of the way. This is going to make me sound like a terrible person, but I think people with children would understand this, I think. I want to get some trips out of the way that I want to take that are very expensive, that a small child would not care to go on, but that I would have to take them on. I want to get them done now before I have small children. Okay? Like Fiji and Zanzibar in Tanzania. I don't think a kid would care about Fiji, but I would have to take her. I don't think a 4-year-old would care. I think a 4-year-old would be just as happy at Rehoboth Beach, Delaware with my mom and dad as they would be in Fiji. And Fiji is expensive and it's far. The flight, can you imagine? Because if we had to come from Costa Rica to fly to Fiji, that's days of travel. I don't want to do that with a child, right? There's a lot of traveling I would love to do with my future family. I'm very excited about it, but not Fiji. It sounds like a bad decision. And so I'd like to get Fiji out of the way before there are some kids that have to be part of my travel plan. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it out of the way, though. I don't know, because time is so funny. Time moves so fast. So I don't know. I also would like to travel to Fiji with somebody. Anybody want to go with me? It seems like a fun place for people together. I can do nothing. And I'm fine with doing nothing. But Fiji seems like a place where you would like to go with somebody. So Fiji is it's on my calendar for October or November. But is it going to happen? I don't know. I've taken Ireland and Scotland off. So Scotland and Ireland have been on my vision board for 2 years, and I still haven't made it. I've taken them off because that's a trip I think I would love to do with kids. I think my kid would love Ireland. I think. I don't know. It looks cool, right? And Scotland, they have those cows, the cows with the long hair, the Highland cows. I think kids would like. I think it would be fine. And I think that would be a fun RV trip. And kids like RVing. I think kids like RVing. So I've pushed them back to later and trying to put Fiji on the list for sooner. Is it going to happen? Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Am I going to plan it? Probably. It's very expensive. But I think my book is going to sell. I think I'm going to make some good money this year. I think I'm going to make some great money this year. I made good money. The last 2 years, I've made good money. I think this money this year, I think it's going to be raining dollars on me. I really do. I see it. Come on, crystals. Come on, crystals. I think it's going to be raining money. I think that 2022 felt like abundance. I think 2023 is just going to be wonderful, money-wise, right? And otherwise. So I guess I'll pay for it. So then it just comes down to planning a time when I want to travel for days to get there. If I had the money now, I would consider going to Fiji from San Diego after the conference, but I don't have that money. That's going to be expensive. I want to do Fiji out. I'm going to need some book sale money before I can get to Fiji. Listen, I want to do it. I want to stay. I want to do it. Okay. Right? Even just a business class ticket. I think the business class flight was $8,000. I can't do that today, but I think I can do that once I get the book. Once the book sells, I think this is about to be a year. Like, I know some people have thought my yacht idea was ridiculous before, but I think this year is the year that the yacht is going to become realistic. The yacht is not going to become a reality for me this year, but the yacht is going to become more realistic this year, right? I'm a person who made $22 an hour at my last job. I made $22 an hour at my last job. So I know me saying I want a yacht sounds ridiculous. And some of you are patronizing me. I know some of you are patronizing me when I talk about wanting a yacht. Y'all are like, okay, good. That's nice, right? But I think 2023 is the year that becomes realistic. Not reality, but more realistic. Oh, she's got a path to a yacht, right? My book, my publishing company, publishing other authors. I think there's a path to Stephanie and her kids live on a yacht. Okay? I think that I have seen a path, not the only path. I could always just marry a rich sucker. Who knows? Maybe I should go to Fiji today. Maybe I should go to Fiji today. That's probably the easier path to a yacht. But anyway, we're supposed to be talking about y'all's trips. We're supposed to be talking about y'all's trips. We're supposed to be talking about y'all's trips. I can see it. I can see it. Okay, your yacht is something you will change your mind on. Kat always in here with I don't think Kat sees my vision for my life. Hi, Kat. I know Kat. We have talked. Hi, Kat Graphics. I don't think she sees the vision for my life. I don't think she sees it. But yeah, I think, yeah, right. Fiji. So, okay, so moms. Okay, so I was, let me see. Hold on. But I asked moms if that makes me sound like a terrible person saying I don't want to take a kid to Fiji. Kids will enjoy an adventure wherever you take them. Yes, get the kid-free trips in too. Yeah. I think in the beginning, if I'm going to adopt a toddler or a preschooler, I think I would want to have gotten Fiji out of the way before that, I think. Shanta says, my kids enjoyed it. Oh, oh, how old were they? I think they were probably more than 10. How old were they? I'm not saying that a kid would not enjoy Fiji. I'm saying a kid would also enjoy Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Right? That's what I say. I think a kid would just be like, "Oh, this is great." They would not have a Fiji level of appreciation, right? They would not appreciate an $8,000 flight. And I think a small kid probably wouldn't appreciate being on a plane for 2 days. From Costa Rica, we'd have to probably fly into LA and then LA to Fiji. I don't know. Let me see what the moms got to say about this. Oh, Katrina. So a thing about Katrina is I never remember if she's a year younger than me or a year older than me. You're 50th. Tell me what year that is. Tell me if that's this year, we're doing it. If it's this year, we're doing it. I'm 48. I'll be 49 in July. Yeah, I want to go take some. Listen, I have a vision also of me in a dramatic dress in a field with Highland cows behind me, looking like Braveheart, right? I want to take some photos in Scotland. I think a kid would like that. I think so. I don't know. Kids like RVs. I think kids like RVing. Fiji is on my bucket list. Okay, so maybe we will plan Fiji. How does October or November 2023 sound? After the summit, I think after Exodus Summit, everything I do pretty much stops in August. August, September, October are Exodus Summit things. But after the summit, how does November sound? Okay, so in part of my relaxation thing, there's a person who's going to announce something soon that I would want to do in November as well. So it may not happen. Or it may happen. Okay, anyway, Fiji, okay. So are we going to Fiji? Do we need to push it back a few months? If October or November is too soon, do we need to push it back to like January or February of 2024? Realistic people who Tali wants to make me feel guilty. Tali's like, I'll go to Fiji with you and bring my daughter. Trying to make me feel guilty about trying to plan Fiji without a child. I think this is the right thing. You know me, I just go by what I feel. And I feel like I would be okay with this. Heads up on dates. Traveling with kids is a lifestyle. Yes. I follow quite a few mom travel bloggers. The Mom Trotter, the woman who spoke at the summit. So this is a thing that I have. 10 minutes later, I'll come up with her name, but I don't know. Traveling Child, the Monet Hambrick, the Traveling Child. I've gotten some good advice from women on traveling with children, right? They've spoken at Exodus Summit, Asia Rutledge. They've spoken at Exodus Summit. I took notes. I'm a note taker. I'm gonna take some notes and I'm gonna review my notes. I've gotten good information on traveling with small children. And I think even those women would be like, girl, go to Fiji by yourself. They don't need it. I think they would even say they don't need it. Now, yeah, I think they'd be okay with it. Yeah, right? Like, me too. Cat Mouse says I need to save up for a business class ticket or a first class ticket to go that far. Me too, right? That's why I'm not going in May. I'm gonna be in Southern California. Time-wise, it would make sense to go then, but I don't have that money. I need some book sales. I need book sales. I need one more virtual summit. I need more ticket sales, right? I need some time to be able to take that trip. And I think there's a sweet spot between when I will have the money and when I will be still without a child. I think this is the space that I'm about to be in, right? With money, without kids. This is the time to get some of this travel in. Zanzibar would be awesome. Zanzibar is also on my list, and Zanzibar would be awesome if it was more reasonable to go from Marrakesh, Morocco to East Africa. Flying around Africa is not like flying around any other region, right? Flying around Central America, you can get from one place to the other for a couple $100s, right? Flying around Europe, you can get from one place to the other for $100, right? Flying around Africa is not like that. It's not like, oh, I'm in West Africa, let me just fly over to East Africa for $500. No, you won't. No, you won't. It's like a whole new trip. That is priced like a whole new trip. Even flying from Morocco to Dakar, Senegal, where Rashida just left, $500 round trip. Or might have been round trip. $500 round trip. Ghana was $1,000. Flying to Ghana from, so it's not like I'll be so close, close is relative, but compared to being in San Jose, Costa Rica, I'll be so close to Zanzibar, but it just doesn't, there's no financial benefit to me going to Zanzibar from Marrakesh. Also, I have planned I want to go to this conference, this Independent Book Publishers Association conference in May. Is going to be a business changer for me. It's going to be a business creator for me. It's going to take me from not being a book publisher to being a book publisher, which is part of the reason I want to spend some quiet downtime in Joshua Tree after. I already know, I'm going to leave that conference with a plan for my business, and I'm going to need some time to get some thoughts out, get some work done in Joshua Tree. And so I'm going there in May, and so the summit is not timed at a time when I can even think about going to Zanzibar after the summit anyway, after or before. So instead, Zanzibar will fall down further down on my list. And we'll see. We'll see. Anita, I want to go to both Ireland and Scotland, but I'm a city girl. I mean, y'all are funny stop acting like that about animals. I mean, like, there are animals there are cows where you live. I don't care what city you live in, there's animals close by, right? I mean, like, if you don't want to participate, don't participate, right? If you don't want to stand in a field with cows, don't stand in a field with cows. Don't let the animals and nature become your enemy. They're not your enemy. We're animals too. Humans are animals too, and we're the worst animals. We're the worst animals. Because there are humans who are out to get you. There are no cows who are out to get you. I don't think. I have not met every cow, but I don't think there are any Highland cows who are out to get you. But there might be some people. There might be some people out to get you. All right. Yeah, Ireland and Scotland. I think Ireland and Scotland are places where I could do a nice RV trip. And a small kid would love that. I think a kid, me and my kid, we roll around Scotland in our RV, or we roll around Ireland in our RV, and we go to the cliffs or whatever you do in Ireland. Only they can't go to the Guinness factory. I got to find a nanny. Well, maybe. I don't know. They probably do take their kids on those tours. Because, like, what else would you do with the kids? The people probably do take their kids on the tours with them. So, ain't no problem, right? We're going to go and do whatever. Whatever that sounds like. Yes, when I say I take time and I create a vision, I want you to have a vision for yourself, right? And then figure out some plans to get there. You don't have to figure out the plan, but you do need to figure out like a piece of a plan, maybe like a step of a plan. There are other ways to get things that you don't know about, that we don't know about. But I have not stopped. The tears have been flowing out of my eyeballs for an hour and a half. Tears have been flowing out of my eyeballs for an hour and a half. I don't stop. One time, I had a boyfriend years ago, and we were breaking up very slowly, and we went to a restaurant. And we'd had a conversation in the car that he lived in another state, right? And we had a conversation in the car, and I knew we were breaking up. But we went to this restaurant, and there was a live musician, and he was like, and I could not, I just kept wiping my eyes, and he was like, people are gonna think, and I think I was kind of breaking up with him, right? He was like, stop doing that. Somebody's gonna come over to this table and think I'm like abusing you. because I just could not stop crying in the restaurant, eating some delicious crab cakes. We went to the Blue in Philadelphia. I don't know. It's a restaurant I think of often because we had some delicious crab cakes. I don't know what he had. And the music was good, but I just couldn't stop. He was like, stop doing that. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So do you have trips that you want to get that where you're like in the sandwich, where it's the perfect timing for this trip? And what are y'all's thoughts on me timing a trip like that? I think there's a path. Hi, Orletta. I think there are many paths to things. I'm not there's only one way type of person, right? I know a way. And I think I have the tools and I know how, or I at least know how to acquire the tools to get myself the thing I want in that way. But life is funny. Life is funny and things show up in different ways, right? Just like I know adoption is a way for me to get to motherhood. But also like I could just meet a man tomorrow with some small kids and we'd be like, okay, let's do it, right? Like or a family member could be like, here, have my, I have extra. I have some extra, have mine, right? I watch a YouTuber who was in her and her husband were in the process of adopting, and then a family member, something happened, and a family member was like, please, right? And so they adopted their niece. Anything like I don't have to know the way. I'm not a person. I'm a Cancer. I'm a go with the flow. I'm not into control. I'm not into controlling things. It's just not my way. I just know a way. I'm willing to work on a way, and we'll see what happens. I'll keep this channel alive long enough for you to see what happens. Whatever, I will keep the channel alive long enough for this to put an end, to write the final chapter of this book, right? How did Stephanie get children and how did Stephanie get a yacht? I'll keep reporting back, okay? All right, Sashana, I'm going to Thailand for a week in February. Wonderful. Qatar for a week in February. Wow. And Japan for a few days in May. I'm excited. Thailand and Qatar, is that one trip, like back to back? Boop, boop. Awesome. I love Thailand. I don't know where you're going in Thailand, but Thailand is wonderful. Thailand is a place that opened my eyes to a new way of life, right? Thailand is a place where I was like, everything is different. Thailand, Southeast Asia in general, everything is done in a different way and everything looks different. And I was like, oh, you don't have to do anything the way you think you do it, right? Like everything has a different way. I don't know if I'm making sense, right? Like I thought you worked until you were 65 and then you retired, and right? And then you got to enjoy your life. And then I saw people just like not focusing on work. Work not all that important. And we're going to live our lives. We're going to spend some time going to the temple every morning and do other things. And anyway, Thailand was wonderful. And I got to meet a lot of long-term travelers for the first time in Thailand. I've never been to Qatar. I've never been to anywhere in the Middle East. So enjoy. February is a good time to go, right? You're not going to burn up in the desert sun. I've never been to Qatar. And then Japan, I did a quick stopover in Japan. Another place where everything is done differently. Japan will help you understand how inefficient the government and all of the processes in the U.S. are. Like trains in Japan, fast, easy, on time. Like the fact that you can't get from, I had a house for a client who needed to get from Atlanta to Birmingham, Alabama. There's no train. It doesn't make sense. These are two very large cities, very close to each other. Why is there no train from Birmingham to Atlanta? Serious question. Serious question. Japan, you can get anywhere on a train, quickly, efficiently, on time. Like Japan and the Netherlands were the two places I went where I was like, oh, our infrastructure is the pits. We think we're doing pretty good. Our infrastructure is the pits. And Japan and the Netherlands were the biggest confronters, the most confrontational countries. I was like, we're not even getting a B or a C. We're not even getting a passing grade in infrastructure. I thought we were doing okay. There's room for improvement. No, we didn't pass the test. We did not pass the infrastructure test. That is how I, so that was what those countries did for me. Nicole, I'm considering going to Carnival in Brazil in February. Boop, boop, boop. Anybody been? No, not me. I went to Brazil for the World Cup, which was kind of like a carnival, but not. It was different. There was parties though everywhere. You could just walk into parties. It's the only place I've ever been where there was like websites or like Facebook groups, and they were like, this party is here and this party is here, and the people that I was staying in the hostel with, they were like, oh, we're going to this party at this time. Just come. And I'm like, but you don't have to like know anyone or, right? Like, no, it's a party. It's our problem. I was 40 and they were early 20s. I was like, but what is it? And who is it? And what is it? And how do you? And they were like, it's a party. You just walk in the door. Like, what's the problem? What is the problem? Maria, how much is a yacht? I picked out a yacht at 3 different price points. There's a yacht called Savannah. It's a feed ship called Savannah. Last time it was listed, it was $80 million. Okay, so that is my stretch yacht. Okay, the yacht is $80 million. It's called Savannah. If you Google Savannah yacht right now, you'll see it. Right, you walk up. A lot of yachts don't have a pool. It's got like a lap pool on it. A lot of them don't have one, and if they do, it's positioned differently. The positioning of that yacht alone makes it worth the $80 million tag. You walk up the little steps. Then I forget what I don't remember the words for yachts, the terms. Walk up the little steps, and there's like the pool there, and it's a really beautiful. I don't know if the bottom is tile, but it's a really beautiful like turquoise tile. It's called Savannah. I promise you, if you Google super yacht Savannah, you'll see it. You'll see pictures of it. That is my $80 million yacht. That is a super duper stretch yacht, okay? But I picked out another yacht around $17 million, which has everything that I realistically need. Okay, now I know that still sounds unrealistic. And then I picked out another yacht around $6 million. I think it's the list, 6 million. So everything I'm saying in dollars is actually probably euros. Now that I think about it, it's probably euros. Another one around 6, under 10 million, right? There are lots of houses in LA that are more like a regular everyday house, not a super califragilistic house. A regular everyday house in LA is cheaper than the yacht is more expensive. There are regular everyday houses in LA that are more expensive than the beginner yacht that I have chosen for me and my family. So to me, it doesn't sound crazy because some of y'all are living in these houses in LA. Some of y'all live in a $6 million house. Not me, myself, personally. I'm a house sitter. But right? If a $6 million house sounds realistic, then why not a yacht, right? And business, like here's the real gag. Businesses buy things that individuals like. It's less expensive when businesses buy things than when individuals buy things. The taxes, the whatever is less for businesses. So if my business bought a yacht, it wouldn't be as expensive as me, but it wouldn't be as costly. The taxes and all of that wouldn't be as costly as if I bought a yacht. So I'm getting myself a business that can do that, right? I'm working on it. Profess LCH. Okay, so we don't need a rich sucker. We could just fall into an everyday man in Fiji and be happy. Okay. All right. They look good to me. They look good to me. All right, good to me. Yeah. All right. Okay. A Divine Artist says do the adulting trips. Okay. Myesha, I love taking my daughter on our yearly birthday adventures. Yeah. Kathleen, I've heard that if your dream doesn't sound ridiculous, you're not dreaming enough. Yeah. I think a couple years ago, I decided I was just going to tear the roof off of my dreams and my expectations for myself. Right? There was a roof or a ceiling or a limit, a box. And a couple years ago, I decided I was just going to tear the roof off that box. Right? Tear the roof off. What is possible? Anything is possible. Remember when Kevin Garnett won the championship in the NBA? After all those years, isn't it Kevin Garnett, right? All those years of being the man on a team, right? He was the dude on a team. He was it Minnesota Timberwolves? I may be wrong. And then he finally went to a team where he got to be a role player instead of taking the lead and being the only contributor, like the lead contributor, won a championship. And I remember that interview. He was like, man, anything is possible. Anything is possible, right? I'm like, well, if Kevin Garnett says anything is possible, then anything is possible. I know this. I know that there is someone who has the things that I'm dreaming of. Somebody already has these things. Somebody already has children. Somebody already has a yacht. Somebody already has the things I'm dreaming of. I think by saying I'm not worthy, I'm saying that they are more worthy and I'm not worthy. If I say my dream is unrealistic, I'm saying that they're more worthy than me. And they're not, because they're humans. They're people. They're animals. They eat food and poop it out, just like all of us. Right? I don't think anybody is an exception. I don't think people are exceptional. Right? I think that if they can get it, I can get it. Yeah. Yeah, kids like all beaches. I think, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, now we're into Fiji. Now, once Professor LCH reminded us that there are men there, now we're into Fiji. Okay. All right. All right. So I asked you a serious question. If you would seriously go to Fiji, seriously, if you would seriously block off a week or two and spend some relaxation time, like on a very expensive resort in Fiji, like the JW Marriott. I don't mean like, or maybe it might be cheaper to just, right? If you would do that, is October or November it? Are we pushing it to February of 2024? Serious question, because I would like to go. I would like someone to go to Fiji. I think I would enjoy it more with someone else. I love solo travel. I enjoy solo travel, but I think I would enjoy it with someone else. Yeah, hi, Mary. Mary's saying my son has traveled all over the world since he was 2 months old. I'm not saying I don't intend to travel with the kids. I don't mean that. I just mean Fiji. That's all I mean. I don't mean I intend we going. I like to go. We going. Right? I wouldn't not travel with my kids. I just mean sometimes. I just mean this particular trip seems like it would be better suited to me without little children, right? Angela, the kids kill the Fiji vibe. Take them once they're over 10. That was my dividing line. I expect my kid or kids to be under 10, right? I expect them to be 3, 4, 5 years old, I guess, right? And I think until they're 10, they don't care. They don't appreciate that kind of stuff. They don't care, right? There's no difference between Rehoboth Beach and Fiji to a 4-year-old. All right. Yeah. Okay. Y'all agree. Okay. Senior insurance advice. All I want is somebody to be like, you're right. I just want somebody to be like, you're right. Yeah. Okay. So Shantae said her kids really enjoyed it, but they're 10 and 16. Yeah. Or even, yes. Yeah. Right. My parents, so when I was a kid, we had foster kids, right? And we always took vacations. We always went places, right? And the kids, they loved it. We took from babies to tweens. We never had a teenager, but we had tweens, right? And they loved traveling wherever. I don't remember like the most I remember traveling as a child was I remember not liking it when I was a kid, because I just didn't sleep on vacations, and I was just a really grumpy, mean kid during vacation time. But I remember traveling with the kids when I was a teenager, and they were small kids, and they enjoyed it. And we had a van, and we did a lot of road trips, and they thought it was awesome, right? That's how I think. That's one of the reasons I think I know a kid would really enjoy a nice RV trip. Yeah, Marissa says, thank you, Marissa. Dr. Marissa Macklin, it sounds like you don't want to take a child to Fiji, and that's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I wanted somebody to say. Okay, Katrina's 50th is this year. Katrina's birthday is in September. If we can push your birthday party back to October or November, then yes. I can't, in September, I cannot. I can't do anything. Like September is all Exodus Summit all the time. Okay. I know that I know we're a year apart, but I never remember what year. I never remember which one of us was the first. All right. Yes, take them to the local beach, right? We're in Costa Rica. There's beaches everywhere. Okay, I just want somebody to be like, you're doing this right. Yes, Margaret says, I'm glad you changed the yacht vision, and Aunt shared with me that you don't aspire to be Mrs. Doctor, be the doctor. So whenever you go to sleep, a doctor is in your bed. Men leave or die. Margaret, so you become the dream. Listen, Margaret, I'm not opposed to getting my stuff through marriage. I'm not opposed to getting my stuff through a man. Listen, it's easier. I like the ease, Margaret. Your aunt was instructing you to do things in a way that was going to be more long-term and more permanent and more fulfilling. Okay, but I'm okay with the easy, quick way. Listen, I'm in a Hilton. Let me go downstairs to this restaurant bar today. I'm not opposed to the easy way, right? I'm not opposed. My mom says you all enjoyed our trip. Now, I remember though, Mom, I did not enjoy vacations as a child. I never slept on vacation as a kid. I didn't sleep. I was grumpy. I believe I threatened my parents' lives once on vacation. Me, a generally happy kid with no problems. Vacation was the time when I was like, listen, you bring me back here, I'm gonna kill y'all. I believe I said those words. Traveling as a small child for me was not fun because I didn't sleep on vacation. But once I became a teenager, traveling became fun. Diamond says Fiji's on my list. Kids are portable. Take them wherever. Yes. Okay. I'm well versed says she's up for November. Yeah. Tali, break the trip up. Start in LA. Yeah, even for me, even if it was just me, I would probably do that. I can't imagine what that trip would look like from Costa Rica. I would go to LA for some days first. Yes. Jean, I went to Nadi, Fiji in 2019 from Sydney. Oh, from Sydney. I think that's closer. It was amazing. I'm going back July of 2023. Good. So Keena Williams, who we interviewed on our channel and who was a speaker in the first year's Exodus Summit, loves Fiji. She's a Black woman from Memphis and California, right? I think of her as a Memphis person, but she lived in California. She loves Fiji, and she has taken groups of people to Fiji. She has like a Fijian grandma, a woman that she met in Fiji who became her grandma. And she takes people back to Fiji to visit. She's the reason that I know that Fiji is a place that I want to go, right? She's the ambassador that I know of who has spoken about Fiji. I would never have thought about it, right? What do I know about Fiji? Compared to like Fiji over, I don't know, what's the difference between Fiji and Bora Bora and whatever else is in the South Pacific, which I don't know about. Hawaii, right? The reason I want to go to Fiji is that Keena made it seem so amazing. She had such a wonderful time, and she's gone back multiple times. Yeah, so I think it would be good. I think I'll love it. I think I will really enjoy it there. And I think it's a place where you can do right? If it's under the relaxed bucket of travel, it's a place where that guaranteed. I think it's a guarantee. I think the beauty alone, the nature alone is going to take you down a few notches. It's going to slow down your breathing, right? Get you in that relaxed state very easily. So I think it's, I I think it's going to be a wonderful time. Very expensive. Sandra's saying 2024. Cassandra is the wonderful teacher. She's saying 2024, like January or February. Big Sis Doula, 2024. Leisure and Lace, October is perfect. Oh, good. Jean says look up typhoon season. I didn't think about that. I thought about other places, like what is the hurricane season for other places? When is, I'm gonna Google it. Typhoon season. November through April. In total, 5 to 7 named tropical cyclones are expected between November 22 and April 23. Best times to visit Fiji. I never looked this up. Best times to visit Fiji. Yeah, from November to April, you might have to contend with some tropical storms. Okay, so I'm going to have to push Fiji back anyway. We're going to move it to 2024 sometime. Okay, so let's see. Best time to visit, July to September. I don't want to do it in the summertime, right? What's the point of going to the tropics when it's already warm where you live? But you'll have to contend with sky-high prices. The shoulder season are May to June and October. Oh, October. Maybe we're back to October 2023. We're going to work on this. We're going to work on it. Maybe back to October 2023. Yeah, January does give everyone more time, and it makes more sense. But it's a typhoon season. We'll have to look it up. We'll look it up. We'll do some work. We'll look it up. Hermes Addict, I stayed in overwater huts in Fiji. It was amazing. It looks beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. I didn't think about that, Nubianette. We're going to have to do some research. We'll have to do some research. Good luck, Erica. Yeah, I'm going to do some research. I forgot about typhoon season. I didn't even think about it. I'm scrolling real quick. I don't think we're going to get to the point of an in-person Exodus Summit in the next couple of years. I think an in-person Exodus Summit would be, so in-person meetups are 100 people or less. In-person Exodus Summit, I think, would be thousands of people. I don't know. COVID is like, girl, you know better. I don't know that we're going to get to it in the next couple of years. I just don't know. Right? Like, I just want to be a responsible person. And I think it would be irresponsible to bring thousands of people together. COVID is still COVIDing. I really don't expect it to be within the next two years, the next two summits. It would be wonderful. It would be amazing. It would be fantastic. I just don't think it's going to work. What do you mean, Sarah? Advanced sales for? Ask the question again. And use more words. use more words. All right. Oh, yeah. Morocco, we'll do some more. So we really enjoyed our meetup in Cancun. So we know we're going to do the Morocco. We'll probably do more. We'll probably do, hopefully this will be an annual thing. I don't know. Morocco would have to be terrible for us to not do another one in 2024, right? We're not making any money from we lost money in Cancun. Not lost, like Cancun cost us money, right? Morocco also costing us money, and we're still excited. So the fact that we're still excited to go and still excited to do things tells me that we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. Erica, hi, I would love to connect with you at ROI. Yes. Would you consider connecting with some subbies while you're there? Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I've been hollering that I'll be there. ROI is the conference that I'm going to in San Juan, Puerto Rico in January. Yes, please. So I don't plan things. Okay, my email is stephanie@vaycarians.com, and I'm staying at the Sheraton by the Convention Center. I don't know what information that I should give you. What else, Erica, I should give you? Absolutely. Yes, please. Right? We just pick a day and get together. I'll be there. I get there. I don't really know. My flight was pushed back. I was getting ready to tell you that I get there on the 20. I was going to tell you, but my flight was changed and I don't remember looking at the change. My flight got pushed back. I have a much longer delay, much longer layover, and a much later arrival time. So I may actually get there the day after I think I get there. So I'm not sure is the answer. I'm not sure what day I get there. Monday or Tuesday of that week. Yes, please. Anybody else going to be there? Anybody else? This is Rachel Rogers. Tracy. Yeah, I'll be. That's why I'm telling you. Okay, please. Yeah. Okay, good, Tracy. All right. So I'm staying at the Sheraton, and you have my email address. I don't know what else to do. Okay, good. Yeah, please. Okay. I did see a couple of. I need to go back to the video last week. I think I need to go back and rewatch last week's video and take some screenshots of some other women. I think there were 3 or 4 of us who are going to be there at least. So please, I hope so. Yes. Yeah, I'm staying at the Sheraton by the convention center for that week. And then on Friday, I leave to an Airbnb. And that's it. My first time in Puerto Rico. Okay, yeah, I think I get there on Monday, and it may have been pushed to Tuesday because of my flight change. I originally was supposed to get there on Monday. If I get there Tuesday, it's early it's like after midnight, like, first thing Tuesday morning. So I'll be there. Good. Yay. Yeah, so holler at me. Send me you, and you can send me, I'm on WhatsApp or whatever. WhatsApp or text. If you send me your contact info, I'll send you mine. And then we'll hang out. Good. All right. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm just waiting. I know there's a little delay. Okay, thank you. Good. All right. So anybody have any travel plans that we didn't talk about that you're excited that you want to share with us? Thank you for bringing up the categories of solo travel and partner travel. That's important. So I hope that those of you who have families, right, who have other people that you normally travel with, I hope you take some time and do some solo travel too. Or solo getaways. It doesn't necessarily need to be travel, but just some time when it's just you. Navigate that as well. We talked about the work travel situation. We talked about relaxation travel. But for some of you, the family travel is not relaxing. It's family travel, right? You have to do a lot of work to do that. So I hope that you also get in some solo travel time so that you can do the real relaxing, the real recharging. ROI is Rachel Rogers Conference. She didn't call it a conference though. What is she calling it? Anyway, it's a conference. It's in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I don't know, it may not be sold out actually. She's the coach who's coaching, I'm in her coaching program, and she's the author of the book, We Should All Be Millionaires. And it's January 23 through 26, something like that, in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And I'll be there. And some of us will be there. Yes. My first time going to her conference. I don't know that it may be her first conference. She's done smaller things before. Hello, Rashni. All my solo travel has been road trips. I don't think I've done solo non-family travel via plane. It counts. That counts, right? It counts. That's solo travel for you, hopefully, if you like road trips. I guess the only way it doesn't count as a relaxing solo trip is if you don't like road trips. But I would guess that you do. Do you like road trips? I'd guess that you do, and that counts, right? I started off the video talking about I want Black women to schedule time when they can get out of the country so they can take off, let some of the American United States-ness fall off, right? Let some of that fall off. No, this is called the ROI. It's called ROI. Maybe she changed the name of it. This year it's called ROI. And I don't think it's sold out. Last email I opened said that we're still over 100 tickets left. She may have changed the name, or maybe she's calling it ROI. Maybe that's maybe it's called ROI colon the Millionaire Summit. I'm gonna look that up too. I'm pretty sure, right? I called it a retreat the other day. It's definitely not a retreat. ROI. Oh, ROI colon the Millionaire Summit. Okay, it's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one. If you've read We Should All Be Millionaires, her business is the summit host, conference host. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. Rashni says, I've learned to love road trips since I moved up here. I'm from the Caribbean, so planes are my normal. I should do a solo plane without family. Yeah. Yes. Come to Joshua Tree. I don't know if you were here earlier. We're going to be in some of us, me and some of my homegirls, are going to be in Joshua Tree May 8th through 22nd, and we're going to do some sort of meetup during that. Katrina and I are going to be in Joshua Tree in May, and we're going to do some sort of meetup during that time. We'll get real solid info soon. So if May is a good time for you to do a solo trip, join us. Hopefully, Dr. Kimani, who is Lifting as We Climb consulting here on YouTube. Hopefully she'll just pick a day and say, this is the day that we're going to get together at Stephanie's Airbnb in Joshua Tree. But other than that, I'll be there. I'll be there 8th through 22nd. If you want to make that your first solo plane trip as a married mom, come on over. I don't know how. Can't be that bad. I don't know. It can't be that far from you, right? Katrina's actually flying into Palm Springs. I was like, if you fly into San Diego and whatever, she's like, girl, I'm flying into Palm Springs. I was like, do it. Okay. Do it. Do it. Okay. Okay. It's a date. Okay. We got put it on the calendar. I'm serious. I'll be in Joshua Tree the 8th. I have the Airbnb booked 8th through 22. Katrina and I will be there. So sounds like we have made your first solo flight travel plan for the year. Yeah, ROI, return on investment. Yes. Yes. Yeah, okay. So Veronica, does that mean you're going to be there? Kim, I was just in San Juan, Puerto Rico in December. I was able to spend more time besides Old Town this time. I loved it. I don't know how much time. I'm going to be there for 2 weeks, but I'm not going to do a whole lot. Someone might be joining me. And so we might, if she comes, then I'll probably do something. But if she doesn't come, I'll just be up in the Airbnb like, this is nice. That's how I do. I'm just in the Airbnb with a view. All I want is to be able to see something that looks different from where I live, right? If it looks different from Dover, Delaware, then I'll be like, this is nice. I'll be like in this hotel room. I got into this hotel yesterday. They let me check in at noon. Like after me talking about, they have erased all the hospitality from the hospitality industry. There is no more hospitality left in the house. After saying all of that, I get to this Hilton and they're like, oh, sure, you want to check in early? And here's your room and you have a balcony and whatever. And there's a chaise, so there's a chaise lounge right here next to the bed. And all I've been doing is looking out the window like, this is nice. I wonder how the view is different at sunset. Let me see what the view is going to look like tonight. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't doing nothing. I may go out to a restaurant. The hotel restaurant yesterday was not impressive. I had a tortilla soup, which I've eaten all over the region. I love tortilla soup. I love it. Okay. I had a tortilla soup, which did not impress me. I've had better tortilla soup for a quarter of the price. And I had a dessert, which was depressing. I got an apple strudel, which seemed like they made it with no butter. I'm like, somebody here don't know how to bake, right? So I probably won't eat in the hotel restaurant again. But I'm right in town. So there's a soda. Here in Costa Rica, they call just like a diner in what we call a diner in Delaware, or in Mexico, I don't know what a taqueria in Mexico. Here they're called sodas. So there's a soda here, but it looks a little fancy. So I don't know if the doorman did tell me that it was good. He said, I recommend soda. I wrote the name down. And when I walked past it, I had to go to the drugstore. When I walked past it, I was like, that looks a little fancy. But he said it was good. So I'm probably going to eat there today. And I don't really know I don't know how I got here. I don't know. But that's what I'm telling you. That I'm not, like in Puerto Rico. That's what we're talking about. In Puerto Rico, listen, if I leave Puerto Rico and you have not seen one picture of Puerto Rico except for like the Sheraton lobby, I didn't do anything. Okay. I'm going to take my swimsuits, but I don't know. I probably will spend a good portion of time just doing this. If a certain person flies down to join me, we'll probably do stuff. Yeah, I was like, no butter. The best thing about the dessert, the best thing about the dessert was that it had a little edible pink flour on it. The lady was like, you can eat that flour. That was the best thing about it. No, it didn't taste buttery. Apple strudel, right? Like, where the butter? And they needed a little salt in the crust or whatever. That needed a little salt. It was very one note. I love desserts. And it's really upsetting when people don't put effort into desserts. Like, the whole reason I'm in this restaurant is to eat a dessert, right? I ordered the soup and the drink because, I want to look like a mature adult. But I want the dessert, and I want the dessert to be worth the time. I have put my bra back on to go down to the restaurant. I put my bra back on for this dessert. Put some butter in the put some butter in the dessert. I mean, come on. I know butter is expensive nowadays. I think butter is expensive nowadays. I know that, okay. But I expect to see it. I expect it. What's happening? Abba, I see all the Abba. Congratulations, Abba. What am I? I'm scrolling. Abba. Oh, I'm going to the DR. Now, Democratic Republic of the Congo is having some serious problems right now. When are you going? Before we meet up? I think that's an awesome trip. Everyone loves Rwanda. I think that's an awesome trip. But something's going down in the DR, in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. There's like a civil war happening right now. Am I right about that? Or am I wrong? Let's Google it. We're only 2 hours in on this video. We have plenty of time. Maybe I have to put news in front of it. Or maybe there is no news. Maybe I'm wrong. News. Allow cookies. Al Jazeera, UN internal report flags rebels flouting ceasefire in eastern DRC. I don't know. Yeah. Rebels. I thought there was like an actual civil war happening. I don't know how big the country is either, so I don't know. I don't know what East DRC. I assume if you're going to Rwanda, you're going to the East DRC. Okay, good. All right, that sounds like an awesome trip. I wish that I had. So like I said, we're probably just going to London before. London. Actually, so I did, Kathleen, was that you, Kathleen? So I told you London for sure, but actually there is a chance that we'll pass through a different. If I had my way, we would pass through London coming and maybe Paris going, since my dad's probably going to be there, and it'll probably be my only chance to travel out of the country with him because he's so hard to get to agree to things. But I don't want to pay for that as if it's separate trips, and I don't think there's an airline that's going to do that type of thing easily. Okay, Natural Bay said there's always a war in the Congo. All right. Yeah, everyone loves Rwanda. Uh, so we know Myesha Francis is there, but someone else just got there. I don't know. So someone else I saw. I didn't watch the video, but I saw an update that they just arrived. Yeah, everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. Thank you, Hyacinth. I think I'm hilarious. I think I'm hilarious. On my co-working session, so I have another YouTube channel called Stephanie Perry Media, and we do co-working sessions sometimes. And we did a co-working session the other day, and during the co-working session, I edited a video for the channel. And when I'm recording my videos, I'm always like, after I hit the stop, right, I'm like, man, that was terrible. Like, I can do so much better than that. And then I dump it into iMovie, and by the time I go back and watch it to edit it, I'm like, I am hilarious. That was amazing. No one has ever given information more concisely. I am just killing it, right? And I was like, I am just the funniest person ever on the planet. When I watch my own videos, when I'm editing them, I'm like, I just be smiling. I just be sitting there smiling. So I said to them during the co-working session, I said, now you see how funny I think I am. Because during what they saw, if they looked up from their screens, was me looking at my thing while I'm editing it, just going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I did it. That's how I edit videos. I'll be like, cut this out. Oh my gosh. Yes, you said something there, girl. That's how I edit. And then I have to tell my parents, when I say something funny and they don't laugh, I have to explain to them, I am hilarious. I don't know what y'all thought, but I'm hilarious. What is y'all's problem? I am very funny. Valerina, my goal this year is to travel to different art fairs. Yes, around the world. I want to go to Colombia this year. Hopefully it goes and some within the US. Good. So we didn't put that. I love traveling for your interest, right? I used to go to so part of my sabbatical travel, part of that year of travel was just me going to music festivals. I went to the Cape Town, well, that was after, but I still count it. I went to the Cape Town International Jazz Festival. I went to the Ubud Jazz Festival in Bali. And I went to, I was in the Philippines for a festival, but I ended up not really going. Sinaloa. It was a little bigger and more crowded than I had expected it to be. It was a little overwhelming. So I did Sinaloa Festival, which is not a music festival, but a festival with music. I planned my travel that year around how can I be in this town for this festival at this time. I love that. I love incorporating some other stuff into your travel. I think it makes it more likely for you to go and go more often. Especially somebody like me who, like I said, will cancel. I'll be in town and then just not do anything. So it makes it more likely for me to do something if it's in conjunction with something that I already like. So this year, I told you a couple of my trips are book related, are book publishing related, right? So San Diego in May, even London, stopping in London. We'll be in London during the London Book Fair, right? And there are talks for authors and publishers during the book fair. The book fair is for everyone, right? So there's a track for readers, track for authors, track for publishers, track for other people, right? So so we'll be in London and during the book fair. So I love adding travel to the stuff that you're already into, right? If you like art, go to some art festivals. If you like movies, travel for movie festivals. If you like music, if you like whatever, fashion, travel for those events, add them in there, add them into your schedule. Might even be a little bit tax deductible. Might even be a little tax deductible. Okay, Hyacinth says they're sensationalizing that news. All right. All right. Nicole, what level of Patreon allows access to the co-working session? All of them. So once you join it's not the easiest setup, okay? Once you join the Patreon, you get an email or you get the link to Discord. I think you get an email and you can just see it on the screen in Patreon. Once you join the Patreon, any level, you get the link to the Discord. Then you join the Discord community. After you join the Discord community, I have to give you access to see the Discord community because it's private. Even after you have the link, I still have to take a second step. So it could be that you've joined the Discord community, but I have not added you in because I don't see you. If that's the problem, just like ping me, send me a message on Discord and say, hey, don't forget to give me access. Once I give you access, you're in. And there's in the Discord server, there's a channel that says co-working sessions. And Jessica right now is putting in this I think on Sundays, she tells us what days we're going to be co-working. And then on that day, she gives us a Zoom link. One of my plans is to meet with her soon and just give us one Zoom link, right? We don't need a different Zoom link every day. Mostly just because it takes me an extra minute to find the Zoom link every time I'm going to co-working. So the private co-working on Zoom, where you get to see everyone and talk with everyone and meet everyone, is open to every Patreon patron at any level. If you've joined Patreon and you don't know, you can't find the thing, go back to Patreon now that you're a member, and you should see a post about how to join the Discord. If you still don't see it, email me, stephanie@vaycarians.com, or send me a message on Patreon, or reply to the email that you've already gotten. Holler at me anyway and let me know that you can't figure out how to get on the Discord. Okay, and then once you get on the Discord, I have to take a second step to make sure that you can see things. So you may have already joined the Discord, but you just can't see the co-working channel because I have to give you access. So if that's the case, I'll have to go back and find you. All right. Yeah, so the Patreon community is over $1,000 per month, and that is where most of the money is going to come from to continue to send Black women on sabbaticals. That money goes straight to the Vaycarian Sabbatical Fund. Patreon money and merch money go straight to the Vaycarian Sabbatical Fund, and that money is going to continue. I could find the actual figure. So I had been reporting that we were over $1,000, but we were really at 8 something. You know me, I'm round. I don't, So we were at 800 something per month in Patreon money, Patreon patronage, Patreon contributions, and now we're at 1048. So just in the last week, we've added $200 per month. This is the money that's going to feed the fund and send Black women on sabbatical. Our goal next year is 2. Our goal next year is 50. This year, pardon me. Our goal for this year is $50,000. So that's going to require doubling of the Patreon size, doubling of the merch sales, doubling of the Cash App, right? Everything that we did this year to raise money, double it. Doubling of the challenge money. So we're going to have to figure out a challenge for 2023. We did a declutter challenge last year. It was actually December of 2021. We did a declutter challenge, which raised $5,000 or $6,000 to get us started. Everything that we did to raise this $25,000 to give to our artist, Myesha Francis, we're going to have to double it, right? And so that's one of my big goals. One of the things that I'll be working on when I go to these I'm doing 2 separate work retreats, one with Clarice, one with Rashida. But when Clarice and I get together, one of the things that we're going to work on is how to get the Patreon doubled. Some of that is just me talking about it more, because some of you have been subscribed to this channel for months and didn't know, right? Didn't know that we were raising money to send a Black woman on sabbatical. So some of it is just me opening up my mouth more. I can focus on a thing. It's hard for me to remember, oh, I also do this and I also do that, right? When it, like I said, when it's summit time, when it's summit planning season, all I know is talk about the summit. When it's time to fill up the YouTube challenge, all I know is talk about the challenge. But some things, the things that need perpetual attention, I have let fall by the wayside before that I'm not going to keep doing that. I just need to be more organized. On my other channel called Stephanie Perry Media, I just released a video yesterday on the calendar, right? What things need to be on your calendar. If you have a coaching program that you need to fill up, or a retreat that you need to fill up, or if you're a freelancer and you need to fill up your client roster, what needs to be on your calendar for 2023? For me, one of the things was like going back and taking care of the stuff that is running on autopilot. right? To me, the Patreon, the YouTube, the Sabbatical fund has been running on autopilot. And so I've just not abandoned it. I've not abandoned it, but I just, for months, neglected it is the right word. For months last year, I neglected that. And look at it. We still did it. We still raised $25,000 with me being a neglectful parent. So, nowhere to go but up. Hello, Southern Rose Tia D. Yvette, detailing my jewelry. It's not, this is Nordstrom. This is not gold, I don't think. It might be gold plated. I got this from Nordstrom a long time ago. I don't know. I don't have any details for you. I wear it all the time. I just ordered, ruby is my birthstone, so I just ordered something in ruby to replace it because it means, like, you know, like you want, if you're going to wear if you're like me and you're going to wear the same jewelry all the time, which is what I do, you want it to mean something, right? And this is just something I found that I liked, so I replaced it with something ruby. Ruby is not my favorite birthstone, but it's mine. So I ordered it, and I ordered a raw ruby. Do they call it raw? What is it called when it's not polished? Unpolished is probably what it's called. I ordered something in unpolished ruby, so it's a little purplish red instead of ruby red. So it's not going to look like a ruby. I had a turquoise necklace that I bought in Mexico that I wore forever. I loved that necklace. It was just a turquoise little thing. My first videos, my 2019, 2020 videos, that's what I was wearing every week. I loved wearing that turquoise necklace. It used to just fall off at random times. I bought it at a market in Lake Chapala, Mexico. There's just a guy who has a little stand in the market, right? I bought it at the market there, and the clasp would fall apart every time, every day. Every day, it would just unhook itself on my neck, and I would just put it back on and go on about my day. Sometimes it would, if I was wearing a tank top or something, the necklace would fall into my bra. Other times it would fall onto the ground. I never bothered to replace the chain, which is what most of you would do, right? If you have a necklace and you really love it and it falls off of you every day, most of you would replace the chain. I didn't replace the chain. And then finally one day it fell off and I didn't notice, and I don't know. I don't know where that necklace is. I don't know. I think I was with my mom and we were at like a Target parking lot or something when I realized I didn't have it on. And she tried to help me find it. And it was gone. And that was so upsetting. It was very upsetting. And then I'm like, well, let me find the first thing I can. So this is just something I ordered from Nordstrom that I don't think is gold. So all of that to say, it's nothing special. The earrings, so the earrings are gold. You know, I want to wear the same jewelry all the time. I don't really have a reason for it. I just want to wear the same jewelry all the time. I wouldn't consider myself a minimalist, but I would say that I don't want to have to make decisions on things. There's only so many decisions I can make in a day and still have good brain power. And so I don't want to have to decide, like, right now I have 3 different pairs of sneakers, and I find myself looking at them like, which ones do I want to put on? Before I had 2 pairs. I had a black pair of sneakers, and I have like a cream and orange pair, cream, orange, white. You know, I wear a lot of corally colors, right? So I have 1 pair that goes with them, and I have another that's black and kind of little tiny bit of pink, but mostly black. So it was pretty easy to decide. Now I have a pair that kind of is in between the 2. It's got a little burgundy in it. And when I put on seriously, I bought these sneakers at Walmart. I have 2 pairs of it. I have an Adidas, a New Balance, and then some sneakers I bought at Walmart because I needed some sneakers for the mud. But then I ended up not needing sneakers for the mud. But anyway, they're with the other sneakers. And when it's time for me to put some sneakers on, I'd be looking at it like, which ones do I put on? I need some decisions to be taken off of my plate. I'm writing a book, and I need my brain power for writing a book. Right? I'm starting a publishing company. I need my brain power for starting a publishing company. I don't want to have to decide what jewelry I'm going to wear. I don't want to. Right? In the morning, when your brain is sharp, I need some decisions already made. I eat the same 2 breakfasts every day. One or the other. Either I eat scrambled egg, like burrito type thing, right? Scrambled egg burritos or scrambled egg tacos, or I eat pancakes and bacon, and sometimes eggs too, right? In the morning when my brain is at its best, I don't want to make decisions on dumb stuff, because they all count towards your brain power. They all count. They all drain that battery just a little bit more. Those are two decisions I have taken off my plate. Jewelry, breakfast. I eat breakfast every day, but I eat the same two things. Oatmeal, I guess I eat 3. I'm going to change that to 3. Oatmeal too, right? That's it. The other stuff, and then I don't need to make important clothing decisions because I don't leave the house. I don't leave the house. If I did leave the house every day for work, I would probably narrow my wardrobe down a significant amount. There was a time when I wore a pencil skirt and a t-shirt everywhere. I had a uniform for a few years. Those years when I was a runner, and I also had a job. I had like 4 or 5 pencil skirts. I had a few tank tops or t-shirts or blouses, and that was it, right? I don't have to decide on how dressy, how undressy. Everything was on the same line. There's no dressy clothes. There's no undressy clothes. I wear this. When I tell you I do as little as possible, I'm telling you it's a lifestyle. Okay? This is not a mood for me. This is not a trend for me. I'm telling you, I am Stephanie Perry and I do as little as possible. And that includes wearing the same jewelry every day. Every day. I've tried. I think it might have been Coach Yolanda. There was a woman who came on the channel and talked about, yes, it was Yolanda. Talked about my friend Yolanda, who lives in Delaware, who is a coach, who is Yolanda Evolves on YouTube. I always say it one way and then I get unsure. It's either Evolves or Evolved with a D on YouTube and Instagram. And she's talked about making rituals of everyday, Evolved with a D, Yolanda Evolved on YouTube and Instagram. She talked about making rituals of everyday things. We think about having to have huge spiritual practice, especially those of us who are raised in churches where it was a big production, right? Going to church and practicing spirituality was a big production. Yolanda talked about small things, right? Bathing your body you can consider that a spiritual practice, a ritual. So I've tried to taking off my jewelry at the end of the day and putting my jewelry back on in the beginning of the day, a ritual. I've tried to make that a ritual, a time when I just stop and think. When I put it on, I just think about, this is going to sound really dumb, but I think about the fact that I'm at a place in my life where I can afford things, right? For years and years, when I wanted something new, anything new, this necklace, a pair of sneakers, I had to plan that out for weeks, right? Had to plan it out for weeks. Right, which is why we talked about my dad and the gift cards a few weeks ago. And the reason it was so upsetting to see him still have those $75 gift cards in his wallet was a $75 gift card took a month of me figuring out where the $75 is coming from, right? That's a month of extra money for me. So when I put my jewelry on in the morning, what I try to reflect on is abundance, right? And how all of my needs are met. So I put my jewelry on and I remind myself all of my needs are met, right? And I have the gift of being able to now give. I have enough money to give. So that's what I think about in the morning. And then when I and just for a second, right? It's a split second. Time that I put on 1 ring, 1 necklace, 2 earrings, right? That amount of time, I'm just saying something in my mind. I don't have an affirmation at this point. I go through periods where I have a specific affirmation that I love. And then right now I don't have one about abundance, right? For that. But I just take it. If I had one, I would say it. And then when I take it off at night, this is where I'm lacking. I'm smiling and laughing because I don't really do this. But when I take it off at night, I'm supposed to reflect back on what was some little gratitude practice. What am I grateful for that day? I don't do it. By the time the night comes, I just take it off. But I'm supposed to take it off, turn that into a little ritual, into a little spiritual practice, into a moment for me to reflect and express a little gratitude. Okay. Thanks, Alicia. Alicia's very kind. She says that doesn't sound dumb. That's beautiful. Thank you, Alicia. Yeah. So that's what's what. Um, yeah. But listen, I'm not going to be deciding a whole bunch of stuff in my day. From what jewelry am I putting on to what am I eating for breakfast. Especially like in the morning, I'm sharp. My brain is sharp in the morning. Like, right? If I can outline a video and write something either for my book or do some journaling or something, right? In the morning, man, when I go back to it later, I'm like, this was good. You were on it. You woke up ready to go today, right? Those first 2 hours for me, best. I might look groggy. If you come to the co-working session, you can see the transformation. You can see the difference between 5:30 a.m. Stephanie and 6:30 a.m. Stephanie. Because I start out the video not looking all that good. But my brain is ready. As long as I've gotten sleep. Now, the other day, we started the session. I was like, let me tell y'all, I didn't sleep. I didn't get enough sleep last night. I'm tired, right? My brain is not there today. But because most of the time I get good sleep. 99.999% of my days, I get very good sleep. Yeah, I wake up, I'm ready. Whatever the hardest thing I need to do that day, I need to get that thing done now. Because once I need to make a few other decisions of dumb stuff, unimportant stuff, my battery is just draining. Just dumb decisions. What am I going to eat? Which earrings am I going to put on? I don't put clothes on, but like, if I do put clothes on, am I putting clothes on? Am I going to work at home or am I going to go to the co-working space? Every one of those just draining. And then when it's time for me to write a book, right? Outline a good YouTube video, do some other stuff, I'm down to this, right? I've done some coaching, right? I've done some coaching that's eaten up some brain power. I'm back from vacation, so I'm back to have coaching sessions on my calendar again, right? Now I want to write a book with this left? I don't think so. That's not going to happen. That's not happening, right? So flip my day. That's what I'm doing. All right. Yeah. Hi, Amita. Amita's in our co-working sessions. Yeah, I want to give myself the best chance. I don't want to struggle. We can set things up in our day so that we have to struggle. I don't want to struggle. I want to set things up so that there's ease. And that goes beyond the obvious, right? It goes beyond the obvious. The ease, I have the ease of not having I don't have a boyfriend. There's ease in that, right? That's one of the obvious things. I think when you talk to women, one of the things they always talk about, like we talk to the divorced women, the women over 60, a good portion of them had gotten divorced, and talked about for a little bit the ease in this new life, right? Ease in not being responsible for another person. Some of that, but there's also very small things that I do just to make things easier on myself. But some of them seem obvious, they're a part of me, right? I would not have really thought about the jewelry thing feeding into ease, except that I've taken some time to ponder it and be like, why do I like this? Because I used to have lots and lots of earrings. I had big earrings and I had small. I used to wear really big earrings, and one of my foster brothers pulled one of my earrings almost out and messed up my earlobe. And right, I used to really be into various earrings. And one day I was just like, when did I stop doing that? And I was like, oh, around the same time that I was like, I'm not struggling in small things, right? I've never been a person who embraced the struggle in big things. But one day I was like, also, I'm not going to struggle with the small things. I'm not doing that. And I don't want you to. I don't want you to either. If you love these things, love them. Okay? This is not prescriptive. I'm not here telling you to wear one set of jewelry every day for the rest of your life. Okay? I'm telling you that I personally don't want to spend my good brain power deciding on which earrings to put on. If I did, I would probably just make it the end of my day. I think if I was a person who today had to put on clothes and go to work every day, I would probably have to do that the night before. When my brain battery's already, my brain juice is already low, right? Just do it then. That way in the morning, I'm not using up the good juice. If the good stuff, if the cream rises to the top, if the cream of brain juice, I am so unscientific, okay? If the brain juice cream is at the top, use it for what's the top level stuff. That's what I want to do. Yes, right? That's what I want to do. Okay. Fairly fast, I want to give up the struggle. It's not good for high blood pressure. No, it's not, right? So what are the things with blood pressure? You can take your blood pressure and see what things are a struggle to you. It's right there on the graph. It's on the chart, right? I do this, I take my blood pressure. I do that, I take my blood pressure. Oh, here are the things that make my blood pressure rise. Seriously, I would chart that. I would graph that. Here are the things that make my blood pressure rise. Here are things I need to cut out or fix or move. Something, right? Something's got to give. Something's got to give. I want ease. High blood pressure is dis-ease. Let me reverse some of this. Let's reverse some of this. I love to see it. I love to see it. It's a movement, right? It's a movement. There's a coach on YouTube who seems to she seems to be trying to figure out why her clients are not responding. She's a business coach. And I'm like, because she's still coaching struggle. She hasn't noticed Black women not doing that no more. She's coaching how to do things the hardest way, right? How to get a camera crew to set up your videos. How to rent a place. Seriously, how to rent a place to record your videos so that they are the most professional looking for YouTube, right? Or not for YouTube, that's a lie. For your coach, for your actual course. How to set up get a camera crew so you can record your course in a professional setting, right? I'm like, she's not noticed. We don't do that no more. We ain't struggling. No, indeed. I'm gonna do this the easiest way possible, okay? That way I'm gonna attract the clients who expect the easiest stuff. I'm not going to attract them high maintenance clients. She's not noticed yet. She going to notice. Black women not doing that. She's going to see either a total drain of the Black women from her coaching program, right? Which is, I think, what she's going to see. A total, like her coach is about to become super white, right? Either she's going to see that or she's going to see a total, just everybody gone. Because we're not doing that no more. We're not doing it no more. I love to see it. I love to see it. Stephanie White. I also wear the same jewelry all the time. Just changed my necklace for the first time in 5 years. Sorry, not sorry. Only wear different jewelry for special events. Yes. Yeah, right? Small things. Jewelry might not be your thing, right? But whatever that is. The place that I'm struggling now, I'm going to tell you, right? The things that I struggle with now. I need glasses to see up close and far away. I don't want to wear glasses. So I just be out here struggling. I just be out here struggling. But this is my year. I'm going to get me some bifocals so I can stop struggling, right? I'll be out here struggling, right? I was sitting in the restaurant last night. I want to look at my phone and I want to look at the view. I can't do both. I can't do either. I put on my glasses so I can see the view out the window, or I take off my glasses so I can read the menu. I'm struggling with it. That is a place where I have created more struggle than necessary. So unlike me, but I'm also vain. I'm vain. Listen, I'm vain. I don't want to wear glasses. But this year, bifocals. I was supposed to do it here. Nobody held me accountable. I've told y'all that I was going to get bifocals while I was here. Nobody checked up on me. I didn't get bifocals. Nobody checked up on me and was like, did you make your eye doctor appointment? I told y'all, I think it was on this channel. It might have been on the other. I told y'all that my Airbnb, from walking distance to my Airbnb, there was a Burger King and an eye doctor. And I was going to go to the eye doctor and get my prescription for some bifocals and get a pair of glasses while I was here. I was in Costa Rica for 3 months. I didn't do it. So I'm still struggling with not being able to see anything. I can't see. know, right? And here we are living in a time when you can have progressive lenses and people won't even be like, oh, she's wearing bifocal. Nobody would even know, right? I mean, what an advantage to be born in this time, to be living in this time when it's not even that big of a deal. And we're living in a time when glasses are very vogue, right? Glasses are very chic. A part of your outfit for outfit of the day is your glasses, right? Instagram has changed what glasses mean to women. Used to be women did not want to wear glasses for vanity purposes. Today, women wear glasses for vanity purposes, right? I'm still struggling with it. That's a struggle. Okay, I'm telling you, that is what I'm struggling with today. Okay, that is where I have. Yes, Glamazini says, Rashni says, I haven't perfected progressive lenses yet. Yeah, so there's a learning curve. I've heard that, right? There's a learning curve. You got to train your eyes where to look for what, where to look for what, where to look to do what, you know? But I need to, because I can't, I'm not exaggerating when I tell you I can't see. I can't see nothing. I don't know. Okay. I went somewhere with my mom and I was like, Mom, I do have glasses for seeing in afar, right? I was like, Mom, I forgot to wear my glasses. I'm going to need you to describe everything. I don't remember where we were going. Probably going out to eat or something. I'm going to need you to describe everything you see along the way. Okay. I can't see it. Okay. This is a place where I am creating struggle for myself, which is very unlike me, and I'm gonna fix it. I got it on my calendar. I'm gonna put it on my calendar. We're gonna do our calendars together, and I'm gonna make my eye appointment on the calendar, which is all I need. I'll be back here in February. So once we do our calendars, the end of this month, then I will have a time on my calendar to make an eye doctor appointment. I'm pointing, right? Yes, Charlene, make as few choices as possible in life. Yes, learning curve on progressives. Yeah, I can do it, but you can't learn until you get started. I got to get the glasses first. Yeah, Aisha says, I wear non-prescription glasses for vanity purposes. Yes, like if there's any time to jump in on the glasses thing and let go of my own, whatever it is, it's vanity, my own perceived idea of why I don't want to wear glasses, right? If there's ever a time to make that change, it's now. Do it now. Do it now while glasses are so cool. Do it now. I've worn glasses since I was 7. When I was in the Army, I had laser vision correction. And so for years, I didn't need glasses. I had vision correction probably around 26 or 27, age 26 or 27. And I didn't need glasses for, I'm going to go a good 10 years. But by late 30s, things were reversing. If there was any information that I could do it again safely, I would do it again, right? At least there's nothing they can do for the reading, for not being able to see up close. But if I could get my vision corrected, my nearsightedness corrected, I would do it again. But I can't find any doctor who's like, yeah, I do it for patients who have done it before, right? I had PRK surgery. I do PRK on patients who have had it before, and here's our success rate, and here's our whatever. I can't find that, so I'm not gonna mess with my eyes like that. I will mess with my eyelids, but I don't want to mess with my eyeballs. I figure, part of being a responsible adult. Yes, I forgot my glasses. I'm gonna need you to describe everything. She'd be like, okay. Yes. All right. Okay. Did we cover travel? It's been 2.5 hours. This is what Kat was saying when she was making fun of me for complaining about that man's videos being so long. This is what she meant. This is what she meant. All right. Yes, Amelia's telling me my eyes are a very important part of my body. Yes, I've already said, I know your eyes are part of your brain, right? Picture yourself not seeing, and you could literally make it a priority. Some things Vanity is stronger than pride. Pride is stronger than pride stronger than vision. I don't know. I just don't want to. Everybody I know wears glasses, right? It's not like, I don't know. I can't think of a thing that would make me stand out. It's not like it's a thing that's going to make me stand out and be, right? Everybody I know wears glasses. But still, I don't want to wear glasses. I'm very resistant. So I'm just going to struggle until I get over it, until I decide that ease and actually like being able to see things is more important than the vanity of not wearing glasses. All right. Okay, so we've talked about Nicole LaShawn's channel on medical tourism. I don't have any medical tourism planned for this upcoming year. But Nicole, she's here, okay? She's a nurse. She's going to talk to some people about their experiences out doing things to themselves, okay? That's a type of travel. We've talked to some women here in the chat who are doing some solo travel without their families, without their children or their partners. Important, okay? It's an important part of relaxation travel. We've talked about the relaxation travel in itself. We've talked about my travel pre-kids. Right? The travel that I want to do before adoption. And we've talked about work travel. Okay? So I think we've covered the travel categories. Hope you have more than one on your calendar. Most of you. Some of you only need relaxation travel. Some of y'all don't need work travel. You ain't worried about no kids travel. You're not worried about medical tourism. But I hope you have something on your calendar for the year. If not, take some time. Try to figure it out. Try to see where you would like to go. Maybe we'll be in Fiji in October. We'll definitely be in Joshua Tree in May. And we'll be in Morocco in April and London for just a couple of days in April. We'll be in Puerto Rico very soon. We'll be in Querétaro, Mexico and San Miguel de Allende, Mexico very soon. So we'll be around if you want to hop in. If you want to join in on our trips. If you're watching the replay, you've already heard that part, but I'll put some timestamps to talk about my own, so you know where my travel stuff is, so you'll know where the meetups, the formal and informal meetups are happening. I need to say that Morocco is a big deal. The Marrakesh meetup is a big deal. It's a formal meetup with activities and tickets and all of that. But the other meetups, informal, right? We're going to be at a restaurant or at my house, at my Airbnb, and we're just going to show up with, like if at my Airbnb, you show up with something to eat, because, okay, it's not going to be there. If you don't bring it, it's not going to be there. All right. And then also the reason that I've had tears pouring out of my eyes for 2.5 hours now is that we started off talking about the Vaycarians Sabbatical Fund and how we hit our mark. We are sending money to Myesha Francis, who is an artist from New Orleans, Louisiana, who's in Rwanda already. We're sending her money to continue her time, her sabbatical in Rwanda, making art. We're going to continue that. Okay. The Patreon community is going to get together and figure out who next. Okay. Patreon community is going to get together and find out what we're going to do next, who we're going to raise money for next, and how we're going to choose that person. Thank you again for that. Thank you. I don't have the ability, the capacity, the vocabulary to really tell you how much that means to me, that we together have raised $25,000 to give a Black woman a sabbatical. So all I can say is thank you. And we're going to keep it going. Okay, thank you. And we're going to keep it going. If you want information on the Vaycarians Sabbatical Fund, of course, I'll link to that in the description of this video. Just give me a minute once we end. And that's it, right? That's it for that. Okay. All right, friends. And January 28th is our day that we're going to get together and get our calendars out and put some of the stuff that we've been visioning for ourselves on our calendars. Okay. So I'm looking forward to that weekend, to that Saturday. We have some guests coming up before then. So we're going to get back on the serious train. Today was a little unserious, but also serious. We're going to get back on the serious video train. So if you're new here and you're like, I thought she helped people do stuff. I didn't know she just sat around and talked about how much she doesn't want to wear glasses. We're going to do some real videos soon. Okay, we got real videos coming up next Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, and the Saturday after that at 10 a.m. Eastern. And I interviewed Dr. Kimani for a pre-recorded video that's coming up middle of the month on burnout, Black women, burnout, and leaving toxic jobs. So we have some stuff coming, okay? More serious stuff. But thank you for hanging with me through the unserious end of the year and beginning of this year. End of last year, beginning of this year. I think it was fun just to sit back, relax, chat, and hear from you, hear a little bit more from you about what's going on with you, and share a little bit about what's coming up for me. Okay, nice to see you guys. Woohoo, we did it. Yes, we raised that money. We sent her on sabbatical, or she sent herself. Truth be told, she sent herself on sabbatical. We are giving her money to continue the sabbatical. She left, okay? She left New Orleans, left her job. I think she left her teaching job. I really don't know. We need to get her on here and interview her. Left her teaching job, she left, okay? We're gonna send her the money so that she can keep it going. And then we're gonna move on to another woman. Her channel is Yolanda Evolved. Yolanda Evolved, I'll link it in the description. Yeah, right. We did it. We had an idea. We did the idea. We came together. We did it. Like, what can't we do? What can't we do? Seriously, we did that. What can't we do? Nothing. The answer is nothing. There's nothing. All right. So, I think that's it. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you very much for participating in the chat as always, and thank you for being so kind to each other and so kind to me. Okay, so I cried and messed up my makeup and told you about my personal struggle with glasses and shared my vision and my dreams with you, and you have been nothing but kind and gracious to me. As always, remember to do that same thing with yourself. Okay? Forgive yourself for the shortcomings, right? Just like you're like, oh, it's okay, girl, all right? You don't want to take a child with you to Fiji. It's okay. If you don't want to do it, don't do it, okay? Just like you have forgiven me and given me grace for things, just like you have encouraged me when I said I want a yacht, you're like, okay, you can do it, right? Just like you've encouraged me, just like you have let me be me and not tried to force me to be something different, okay? Do that for you. Do it for you. Don't treat me better than you treat yourself. Don't treat the women in this chat as much as you love us. Don't treat us better than you treat yourself. Do those same things for you. Encourage yourself. Okay? Encourage yourself. Pat yourself on the back for some stuff. Something. Pat yourself on the back for something. Often. Examine some things that you want to change, right? And then forgive yourself for the changes you didn't make that you said you're going to make. Forgive yourself for those things, just like you were like, girl, it's okay. You can still do it, okay? Yes, you went through 2022 not being able to see, but this is a new year. You can see, you'll be able to see this year, okay? Do those same things for you. Seriously, if you can go back in this chat, read what you wrote to me and say it to you. There's power in that. Power. Okay? Don't treat me better than you treat you. Okay? I don't, as nicely as I treat you guys, I don't treat you better than I treat myself. That is a thing. That is a struggle I dropped that. I got a little tattoo to commemorate the day. It says it says it's wonderful. A woman was like, you don't have to be perfect to be wonderful. And that led me down a rabbit hole of ways that I do things for other people that I wouldn't do for myself. That was years ago. I quit that, right? Okay? We're not getting into a whole new video, I promise. We're closing it up. I just want to give you all a chance to say goodbye in the chat. Okay? Roll some, I like to let it roll. I like to let the credits roll for a few minutes. Okay? That's all we're doing. But there's power in that. Okay? Don't treat me better than you treat you. Go back and read the things that you have said to me, the kindnesses that you've extended to me, the grace. Now you. Now your turn. Okay? All right? I promise, we're not starting a new video. Okay? I got to go. But do it. Okay? I mean it. I really do mean it. That changed a lot for me in my life. Right? Don't treat other people better than you treat yourself. Don't talk more kindly to other people than you talk to yourself. When you listen to what's going on in your head and you know you wouldn't say that out loud to another person, you got to fix what's going on. Fix what you're saying to yourself. Fix it. We're not doing it. Okay. Thank you. Hit the like button on this video, please. Okay. Now we're going to go. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. We did something that I promise you, we did something that has changed me, changed my life. And it happened because of you. You did this. Okay. The Vaycarians Sabbatical Fund is something that you did. We're going to talk more about it. You did it. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I hope I'll get to see you in 2023. Okay. I've given you my travel plans. All you got to do is be there. Pick one. Okay. I've given you my travel plans. Okay. Bye. Okay. Connie Perry's going to close us out with a benediction. Connie Perry says, blessings on everyone. Each of you are a blessing in so many ways. Amen and amen. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Have a wonderful day, friends. Bye, guys.